Ladies and gentlemen, it is showtime and go time. Episode number 347, live here at the late night place to be in the most must-see show on Twitch TV. We are the very best in fantasy wrestling excellence, bar none, period. We are the Archiverse TV. Welcome to WCW Starrcade. It is Vinny K's turn to head down Glory Road. He and his superstars are going to be looking to solidify their spots as they head towards WCW War Games, which is just a little less than 2 weeks away now. It is going to be an absolute thrill ride. Again, it is going to be the rosters of the Archiverse War Zone taking on the roster of WCW Starrcade. Championship for championship, bragging rights and supremacy being sought after. It is going to be an absolute epic ball of fire, so you don't want to miss it. But tonight we have an epic 9-match card. We have 8 matches on the main card, and of course, one hell of a dark match main event. We have a brand new matchup that is being introduced tonight, the Chamber of Pain. And we are, of course, unveiling for the very first time ever, and the superstars entering the Chamber of Pain will be fighting for the brand new TWA King of the Cage Championship. That championship will only ever be defended in a steel cage, an Archiverse lockdown match, a Hell in a Cell, or a type of chamber matchup. That is it. That is all. It is a King of the Cage Championship. One fits all cages. It is going to be an absolute blast, and it is going to leave you begging for more. So get ready for a thrill ride tonight here at WCW Starrcade. But before we get to any of that, we of course have business to attend to. Starting with the great Glenola already opening up the betting lines. So those are now taken care of. But we also have the dirt sheets to have a look at. We'll see what's going on in the news and rumors. And then, of course, we'll get into our Between the Ropes segment. Who knows what the great Glenola has up his sleeve. I have a list up my sleeve as well. One Woozy TV will not be here tonight. He's having a little Fam Jam time outside of his weekly Fam Jam, extended Fam Jam, which would be us, so he will not be here. Punisher, welcome to the show. Welcome to episode number 347. But before I invite anybody else and welcome anybody else, we're going to welcome the great Glenola from Team Glenola onto the broadcast. Welcome to episode number 347, Glenola.
Well, thank you, and welcome everybody to the Archiverse.
Isn't it weird?
I'm looking forward to tonight.
Yeah, well, it's going to be a smoking hot night. Isn't it weird? 347. That would make TWA Wrestle Kingdom next Tuesday 350.
Yeah, I know, and
isn't it crazy?
I can't remember 100%, but I think I've been here now for almost 300 shows.
Yeah, you've been here for at least 300 of the 347, yeah, and have been a pillar, a staple.
It's just amazing to think that,
And by the way, I have a surprise for you.
Uh-oh.
I'm not unveiling it yet. I'm not even going to tell you what's going on. It's not ready yet, but I do have a surprise for Team Glenola, just because of the devout support, the loyalty, all of the help. I mean, he's come up with multiple storylines, worked on angles, come up with ideas for Archer, the Archiverse in general. So many things have taken place. The Greg Glenola has been here through all of it. He's been here a lot longer than most. And again, there's a reason he is now one of the co-hosts with the most on this broadcast. But I do have a surprise, just so everybody is aware. There will be a surprise coming, and I will, over the next few shows, unveil what that surprise is going to be. But this is going to be an homage to the great Glenola, and it's going to be happening sometime over the next few weeks. So, wow. Just to be prepared.
Yeah, thanks. You're going to make me all nervous trying to figure out, okay, how's Archer going to torture me now?
No, nothing about torturing. This is going to be a celebration of Glenola. So as everybody can see, if nobody saw the message in Discord earlier today, we have 2 jackpot numbers now. One still, of course, gives you the redemption of your choice if you win. The other wins you a shot at a mid-card championship of your choice on the very next show of your choice. So the 2 numbers are there. You can try and win those lottery. Again, if you come in within 50 points of those numbers by the end of the evening, and nobody else beats your number, you will become the winner of the lotto. I mean, we actually got rid of the lotto a long time ago because nobody ever hardly won it. We had one set of numbers, and we ran it. Once in a while, somebody would get the number spot on. Other times, it was so far off, nobody was winning the lotto, and that's why I changed it. And people now win more often. It's a lot nicer. So if anybody wonders why I do it that way, because in some other channels they don't, you have to get the number directly on. To me, it's more interactive if you can win more often. You know, people don't go to bingo to lose, even though they go to lose. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. Hello, Tilliana Pierce.
Tilliana Pierce.
259.
And KOP in the house. What's going on, Tilliana Pierce? How's hubbing? How's the fam jam? KOP, how you doing, my friend? Welcome into the show, episode number 347, guys. We were just saying Tuesday night, TWA Wrestle Kingdom.
And Archer, we got one damn close for the championship match.
Oh, look at that already. Let me just see how close that is. I forget. I'm trying to remember what the number is.
4? 3?
We're 3 off? What was the number again?
739, and Punisher got 742.
That is awesome. All right, so notate that, will you? So we already have somebody in the running for the mid-card championship. Way to go, Punisher. That is badass. Mythical Punk, what's going on? Welcome to episode number 347. How you doing? We're just about to get WCW Starrcade underway, but we're going to take a look at the dirt sheet, see what's going on in the news of pro wrestling, have a little wee look-see and see if there's anything interesting. Then we're going to get into the show, of course, and our Between the Ropes segment. Glenn and I both have some lists to run down, maybe even tear apart. If you're lucky, we will get to tear apart some lists. But glad to have you here. Life is Great's in the house. Jesus Christ, all of the foggy moth legs, all of the villains are coming out at the same time. Is it a full moon? What is going on? Holy hell, it's a party up in here already. Wow, okay. So, what's everybody doing tonight? What's going on? What's doing exciting? Good to see everybody. Awesome. You guys are amazing. There's not a whole lot in the dirt sheets tonight, just so everybody's, aware, but we are going to have a quick look and see what's happening in the news of pro wrestling. So there was some talk, of course. We'll start with this. Glola says full moon for Archer. How dare you, sir? This is a PG fucking channel, I'm telling you. Like, we are family friendly. You can't be having butt cheeks on the chat room. Good grief. But, so there was some talk going around about WWE, specifically Raw, going back to a TV 14 rating. Well, apparently that news was leaked a little too early. That deal has not been finalized. It is still on the table, but it has not been fully discussed and or finalized. And or that means somebody released that information before they wanted it to be released. It could mean that too. But, so, the 18th of July's Monday Night Raw is back to a PG rating. Again, this is one of two things. They're actually being honest for once and saying, hey, we haven't actually finalized this deal. We still have some, ends to tie up with the networks. Or somebody released that information before they were ready to. They're pissed off, and they're going to make us all wait now. Because they've done that before, many times over, right? We know this. So, but anyways, let me just have a little wee look-see at that. This is an article by Wrestling Inc. by Matthew Carlins. So WWE fans, including us, were buzzing earlier today after word that the PG era of Raw will soon end. Now, the initial source of that news is walking back part of this report. WWE Raw won't be going to TV 14 on July 18th, but still in consideration for a later date. Andrew Zarian of the Mat Men podcast tweeted Thursday night. Zarian also elaborated on the source of his initial report and his understanding of what is happening behind the scenes involving WWE and the USA Network. He says there's a memo circulating within USA Network Thursday morning regarding the rating for Raw changing to TV 14 on July 18. However, Zarian wrote Thursday night that the memo was apparently sent out prematurely and the date for the switch has not yet been finalized. Zarian deleted his initial tweet on the matter, explaining that he did not want inaccurate information being spread further. There's been let's be clear about one thing. This news is not new information for anybody that likes to pay attention to news and rumors and all that kinds of fun stuff. For about almost a year now, the networks of the USA Network and Fox have wanted the WWE to slowly climb out of the PG era and move towards something edgy because it is better for ratings. I mean, let's face it, the PG era was never, ever about ratings. If you guys all thought that the WWE was losing ratings by accident because they switched to PG and weren't writing good enough material, it was all about the almighty dollar, baby. They made so much money off of little children and families and merchandise and lunchboxes and little undies. You have no idea. But they can now make that money without being PG. It's a different world we live in. Nothing is PG anymore, and so the PG era now just looks silly. So it is time to change it up.
And the company they made they had the contract with, I don't believe is still in business.
Yeah.
Because it came about because of a deal with Kmart for merchandise.
Yeah. And
Kmart wouldn't do the deal unless they went to the PG.
Yeah, that's right. There was it wasn't just that, it was cereal boxes. There was so many reasons. Listen, I know everybody that likes to get so caught up in storylines, and you hate this storyline and you don't like the direction of that wrestler, but you have to look at things from a business standpoint, especially when the WWE is concerned. They knew they were losing ratings by switching to PG. They are not stupid. They have people a lot smarter than we are that plan all of this stuff out. They don't do a very good job of writing these days, but they are very good with a business standpoint, and they made billions, folks. That's just the way of it by switching to PG. But like I said, it's a different world we live in. Regular television isn't even necessarily PG anymore. Hell, cartoons and anime are pulling out of PG almost. It is time professional wrestling switches it up. People want to see that blurred line between fantasy and realism, so let's give it to them, and they're going to anyways. But as I speculated, it's probably going to start with Monday Night Raw, as it should. It was the original, not rated R, but 14 show. So again, there's been no reported changes planned to the rating for SmackDown. Presumably, it will remain TV PG. SmackDown has aired on the Fox network in the United States since October 2019. WWE's third network program, NXT, also carries a TV PG rating and airs on the USA Network. The PG era of Raw began on June 22nd, 2008, way too long ago. WWE adjusted its on-air product to adopt a more family-friendly approach. Blood, cursing, and other more salacious aspects of past programming were pushed aside in a bid to attract more mainstream advertisers, to make little undies, like I was saying. Undies and little, panties and bras and all that fun stuff. Swimsuits. The change coincided with Linda McMahon's transition from her role with the WWE to a political career. McMahon lost two sensational campaigns in 2010 and 2012, both times running in Connecticut, losing to Senators Richard Blumenthal and Chris Murphy, respectively. McMahon later served as the head of the Small Business Administration under former President and WWE Hall of Famer Donald Trump's administration. She held the post from 2016 until she stepped down in 2019. So, looks like it'll start with Raw, but it will slowly trickle to the others. Probably, considering NXT is on USA as well, I'm sure it will, but I would imagine they'll push Fox, will probably push SmackDown to go TV 14 ahead of NXT, though, if I had to guess. If anybody's paying attention to the allegation situation with Vince McMahon, looks like Rita Chatterton reacted to Vince McMahon allegations resurfacing. Another Wrestling Inc. article by Eric Mutter. After it was revealed by the Wall Street Journal that then WWE CEO and Chairman Vince McMahon was being investigated for alleged payments to cover up an affair, attention turned back to older allegations made against McMahon, made by former WWE referee Rita Chatterton, who claimed McMahon tried to force her into sexual encounter and then raped her when she refused in 1986. A recent article by New York Magazine featured comments from Chatterton regarding her encounter with McMahon, as well as the corroboration of the rape from former wrestler Leonard Inzitari. Chatterton, who had not spoken publicly about the alleged assault since the appearance on Now It Can Be Told in 1992, has now resurfaced once more, appearing on the Cheap Heat Productions podcast to talk about how the New York Magazine article came about. Said, I had met Abraham Reisman and talked to him about my referee days. Chatterton said this is after I had received the award from the Hall of Fame, and the next thing I know, McMahon was in the papers again for paying hush money. And Mr. Reisman called me, asked me a few questions. I answered a few questions for him. The next thing you know, we were in the magazine, and here we are. Things are crazy. My phone is going crazy with people wanting to do interviews, wanting me to do television, this show and that show. At this point, I have chosen not to do anything. Queen Cheyenne Cage, how you doing? Let me catch up on chat real quick here.
Well, hello, Blind Locksmith.
Blind Locksmith in the house. I already knew that Life is Great was here. Joe Link, welcome to episode number 347. WCW Starrcade, baby. Of course, you know the Phenom Joe Lincoln in action tonight. Going to be helping debut that brand new matchup later, the Chamber of Pain, and unveiling the new TWA King of the Cage Championship. It is going to be a fire matchup and a great way to send everybody home happy for the evening. Looks like I haven't missed a whole lot in the chat, actually. All right, so. So the article continues. That doesn't mean I won't in the future, but at this point I am not quite sure what I'm doing. So I'm going to sit back, take my time, think about it, and figure it out. If anyone wants to see it, they've more than welcome to read the article. It's New York Magazine, or if they want to know the rest of the story, I reported the rest of the story 30 years ago with Geraldo Rivera on Now It Can Be Told, and that's on YouTube. So they're more than welcome to see it there, but as far as I'm concerned at this point in my life, I'm not going there again. It still hurts. The whole thing still bothers me, so I would rather not go there. Chatterton was then asked whether she was shocked to see that there was more stories regarding McMahon, who has since seen additional allegations emerge against him. No, not at all, Chatterton said. I'm surprised it's taken this long, to be honest with you, but none of it surprises me. And that is where that article ends for now. Queen Cheyenne Cage says, I'm good, fantastic, Queen Cheyenne Cage, good to see you here. Welcome to episode number 347. Froggy says, hey Zeus, that fucking guy. What did I miss? If I go back and there's nothing I missed and that was a random comment, I am banning you.
I think he may be talking about Geraldo.
Oh.
I'm not positive.
Geraldo is Jesus? I am so confused right now.
No.
Somebody AKO Froggy, please. Mad Chatty's in the house. Wow. How you doing, Mad Chatty? Welcome to episode number 347. WCW Starrcade about to get underway. We're just going through the dirt sheets, see what's going on in the news and rumors. The dirt sheets. How dare you, Teliana? We don't stir the pot before the show starts. Somebody AKO Teliana, please, thank you. Somebody teach her a lesson. I don't think you can, though. She's a VIP. So there's that. But it's still nice to think that it's a potential possibility. You know, Ahmad might have some sort of new Twitch superpower and be able to suddenly, you know, ban and time out VIPs. It's a thought. It's a pondering, if you will. But anyways, all right, let's see what's going on here. What else is going on in the dirt sheets? Here's something interesting. Team Froggy Mothlegs and Poindexter believe they are going to actually win a match tonight. That was written about 7 hours ago by Wrestling Inc., and there's nothing but bad reviews. Yeah, I don't think anybody agrees with that statement. Not a whole lot of interesting news. Oh, look at this. Vince McMahon buries WWE Raw lead writers on huge company email list. Now I gotta check that out. We've got to dive into that. We do. Alright, so this is ringsidenews.com. If anybody wants to follow along. Because apparently I can't read it for you, so you gotta pull that up and follow along. How dare you, Glenola? I can already hear him pulling it up. He's probably got it already in front of him. So does Tiliana. Life is great. How dare all of you. I'm reading for you. You bunch of savages. Alright, so Vince McMahon has got a lot going on right now amid his scandal, and he does not want anyone putting on or sorting out work he deems subpar. That being said, he is also not afraid to make his opinion known, and this time the Raw writing team took a huge hit. Ringside News was told by a tenured member of the writing team that Vince McMahon grilled the Raw writing team, especially lead writers John Beckstrom and Ryan Ward, in front of everyone on the company's television mailing list. This was thanks to him hitting reply all, which means everyone who gets show emails saw his reply. We were told that the Raw show was sent out by John Beckstrom on Sunday night after some revisions by Beckstrom and Ryan Ward. This was sent out to the entire Raw TV show distribution list. That list includes a lot of people in the company. Anyone who might need to know about an aspect of the show, not just the writers and producers. This was the mass distribution of the show. Vince wrote reply all note, which means everyone who gets I already read that. Why are they repeating the... I hate when they do that. We were also told that Bruce Pritchard did nothing to defend them. Also, Ed Koski was not around Sunday night or Monday to fix things for Beckstrom and Ward. This is something he usually does. That being said, Beckstrom and Ward left to take the blame, and the huge laughing stocks of the entire company at the present time. It was not a good look, and one they certainly didn't deserve. As we reported, WWE Raw will get a new TV 14 rating from now on. That means their writing team will have a lot more freedom to push the envelope. Only time will tell if that can fix those issues that McMahon spoke so openly about. I'm trying to find out when that was. That was 3 hours ago. Now, when was the other news put out about... Because you got conflicting reports here now, right? Because one said not, and this one's saying yes. Of course, what I did say earlier would hold true if this was kind of a thing that was going on. It'd be the simple fact that somebody leaked that prematurely. They weren't happy with that, so now they're just simply making us wait. And I'm starting to think more and more that's exactly what's going on here. They wanted to make that news break themselves, so they're going to find a way to make that possible, right? Fiends. How dare they?
I don't know, Archer.
Where was that leading?
No clue.
You just felt like saying that?
Uh-huh.
Nice! Let it be noted that Glenola was impulsively saying my name. I mean, if you start doing that, you don't have any idea what.
I had no idea. You know, you were asking about that article. Where was that going? And I was like, oh, no idea. You know.
It just it was just a sporadic sentence with my name in it.
I had no idea about that article you just wrote. You know.
Oh yeah.
What the hell it was,
I mean, it was kind of conflicting. Like in comparison to reports we've already read for the evening. Ooh, here's one. Why WWE pushed Austin Theory instead of Matt Riddle? Hey, they called him Matt Riddle. How dare they? Wait till Vince sees that. Alright, so this one is another ringsidenews.com. Suboji Mukherjee. So Austin Theory has worked hard to make himself one of the brightest young stars in all of WWE right now. Being part of Johnny Gargano's stable, The Way, certainly helped him out. There's also a good reason why Theory is being pushed instead of Riddle. Theory went on to win the men's Money in the Bank match, and this came as a huge shock for many as well. He even made history after winning the match, but Theory will continue to be annoying for many fans. This is especially because many fans feel Matt Riddle deserves a push much more than Austin Theory. Although I gotta be honest, I much more believe Austin Theory as somebody that's, legitimately a contender for a championship than Matt Riddle. And that's simply because of his gimmick. Yeah, I mean, it's hard to take that serious outside mid-card level. I'm sorry, I don't care what anybody else says. That's my opinion on Matt Riddle, with his current gimmick, the way it is, unless he changes that up a little bit and tries to evolve that a little bit and repackage himself a little bit. I can't take him serious outside mid-card. I just can't. I mean, if anybody else disagrees, enlighten me. Share why you think I'm wrong. But I mean, I don't know. I don't know what you're gonna do with Riddle, because I don't believe I can't invest in him being a viable threat to any one of the top championships. Froggy Mouth Lake says 60 away from mid-card shot. Well, somebody was already, really close. Who was it, Glenola? Punisher? Glenola has disappeared. Punisher, was it?
Muted.
You were muted. Was it Punisher? Yeah, Punisher was 4 off of the mid-card.
3.
Was it 3 off?
Yeah.
3 off of the mid-card. Somebody's going to have to really work for that one. But there's still the other one. There's still the other one.
And I'll tell you, I lucked out tonight. I'm little Joey Nightmare tonight.
You're little Joey Nightmare? Nice. Nice. So Dolph Ziggler is also being used to groom Austin Theory, and we'll have to wait and see what Matt Riddle will be getting a proper push as well. And actually, that's all there was to that article. That was a whole lot of nothing. That was a whole lot of nothing. All right. All right, let's see here. Yeah, I'm not seeing a whole lot of other additional interesting, anyways, news as far as the dirt sheet goes. Madcap Moss, who now that he's not looking like such a jackass each and every week, I'm actually starting to enjoy watching in the ring, to be fair. I don't know if anybody else feels that way, but man, I think Madcap Moss has got a real future. He's quite an interesting character. He's very aware in the ring. He's very smooth. I like how he operates. I don't know. I didn't like him with Happy Corbin and all that garbage they were doing. I hated that entire thing, but I've been paying attention to see what he's done since he left Corbin, and I gotta tell you, Madcap Moss, Madcap Moss he's killing it. He really is. I'm very impressed. Very, very impressed. Very interesting. So Madcap Moss says top WWE star is a big reason he was called up. It's a Wrestling Inc. article by Marco Rivera. Actually, I think it's just Rivera. Paul Heyman caught the attention of many wrestling fans back in February when he labeled WWE SmackDown superstar Madcap Moss a future main eventer. Since those comments, Moss has been featured in feuds with Drew McIntyre and Happy Corbin, as well as winning this year's Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, showing a glimpse of his ability to back up Heyman's high praise. Heyman stated that he doesn't think anyone has a clue just how capable Moss is. And I'm starting to be one of those people that are seeing it, actually. and that his work as Happy Corbin's sidekick showed that he was able to walk into any personality and do a great job with it. That's true, I will give him that. In response, Moss shared that he has high belief in his ability to hang with the best in the business and is confident in what he brings to the table, but appreciates Heyman's faith in him. The analytical side of me that might be skeptical of maybe I'm just hyping myself up in my own head a little too much. Maybe I'm not as good as I think I am. Those go out the window when you've got someone like Paul Heyman saying that, who is absolutely a legend in so many ways, Moss said during the interview with NBC Sports Boston. As a performer and a promoter, as a judge of talent in the industry, and when he's saying those things about me, going out of his way to say those things about me, it gives me a vote of confidence that that I am on the right track, and I can do all of those things with the best of them. Whether or not Moss will live up to Heyman's high expectations remains to be seen, but at 32 years old, the SmackDown star still has tons of time left to reach that peak. It also motivates me to make him live up to his word, and part of that because I just want to prove him right, and I appreciate him saying that. He's also a big reason I'm in the position I am today, Moss said. He was a big part of getting me an opportunity on Raw at the beginning of 2020, and so I owe Paul for that and want to prove him right in a number of ways. So it looks like Madcap Moss has got himself a goal. That's a good thing. Yo, Enraged Battlelocks, what's going on, my friend? Welcome to episode number 347. Joke Riddle needs to be a Riddler interviewer. I got to go back and catch up on chat because I'm assuming people are talking about the Matt Riddle situation, so give me a second. No, they're not. Okay, what? Life is Great said she adores Riddle. Yes, I actually do like Riddle, and he's got tons of talent, but his current gimmick I can't take serious at a mid-card level. I just can't do it. How things going for Pharaoh? Pharaoh is doing amazing. I mean, he's already been a champion on a couple of occasions. Lots going down with him. Blind Locksmith has been doing all right. All right, so I'm pretty much caught up on the chat room, although I do want to see who I am tonight. I am Kane tonight, haha! Finally, I get somebody decent. Enraged Battlelocks says, axe to the hammer time. Alright, so that was the end of that article. So again, not really a whole lot of... Candice LeRae comments on potential return to WWE NXT. And Kevin Nash recalls Vince McMahon asking to join the Clique. So I'm going to have a look at the Candice LeRae article, Wrestling Inc., again by Eric Mutter. So for months now, wrestling fans have been speculating on the future of former WWE NXT stars Johnny Gargano and Candice LeRae, who left the WWE in December 2021 and May 22, respectively. The real-life husband and wife couple have largely stayed out of the public eye while raising their first child, who was born in February, but have recently started to make appearances at signings, with Gargano in particular scheduled for a notable panel at the Starrcade 5 Fan Fest later this month. While Gargano and LeRae's future remains unknown, there appears to be one place they will not be going during a Sign It live for High Spot Superstore that streamed on Tuesday. LeRae made an off-the-cuff remark regarding the potential for her showing back up in NXT under its rebrand of NXT 2.0. I'm told old for that anyways, LeRae said, or so. That was supposed to be too old, I think. LeRae seems to have been jokingly referring to reports that WWE is looking for younger, less experienced pro wrestlers as opposed to well-traveled veterans, a sentiment that was echoed by certain WWE higher-ups who said They want to recruit wrestlers under the age of 30. LeRae, who was 36 years old and had a notable career as an independent star under her belt before signing with WWE in 2017, likely doesn't qualify. Regardless, LeRae shouldn't have any trouble finding work. Once she is ready to jump back into the squared circle, a report shortly after LeRae's WWE contract expired revealed that several people in power within AEW want to bring her into the promotion, while another report months later confirmed there was interest within the promotion. During her run in Pro Wrestling Guerrilla from 2006 to 2016, LeRae frequently wrestled against current AEW EVPs, the Young Bucks, even once defeating them to become one half of the PWG Tag Team Champions. In the past, Matt Jackson has spoken highly of LeRae, listing her as a potential wrestler he would bring into AEW. And again, the only other real interesting thing is Kevin Nash recalling Vince McMahon asking to join the Clique. Again, by Wrestling Inc. Enraged Battleox is Asuka. Nobody is ready for Enraged Battleox. This is Marco Rivera again. So Vince McMahon can be accused of a lot of things throughout his time as CEO and chairman of the WWE, but in the mid-1990s, he was accused by several wrestlers of being too open, allowing the Clique to run the show. The group featured Kevin Nash, Sean Waltman, Scott Hall, Triple H, and Shawn Michaels. Was known for holding a ton of power backstage, involving themselves in storylines and matches with one another, and positively influencing their own success. Over the years, many wrestlers have had their share of negative things to say about the legendary wrestling group, including WWE Hall of Famer Jake the Snake Roberts. The wrestling legends went on to record saying the inmates ran the asylum during that time, and that Clique nearly killed the business and drove it into the ground. He walked in and goes, let me ask you guys fucking something right now. What's the deal with this fucking Clique? We just sat there like, oh fuck, this is a different tone than he's ever taken. Kevin Nash said during the latest episode of Click This podcast. Vince said, because god damn it, I want in. And we all looked at him and laughed and said, you love the businessman you're in. He basically kind of told us, you guys are busting your ass coming up with this shit. We just didn't come up with this shit ourselves. We came up with this shit for other guys too. The late Scott Hall has also been on the record revealing Vince's admiration for the group, stating that he knew about the infamous curtain call before it happened. Along with that, and Vince's involvement at the Montreal Screwjob, where he aided with Shawn Michaels over Bret Hart, there are many signs that would suggest the Clique did have tons of involvement in the influence during the 1990s, but we'll never know the extent for sure. And I'm pretty sure we all know that there was a lot of pull with the Clique. And I'm just having a little look to see if there's anything else noteworthy or newsworthy. We're just waiting for the Great Lowell. I think he's having actually a breathing treatment, getting ready so that he can...
I had to use the bathroom and...
Oh, he was using the facilities.
Then I came back, you were talking, I figured, okay, I just sit and listen.
Yeah, why not? Yeah, I'm not seeing a whole lot of other newsworthy information to bother worrying about.
Well, and I don't have anything, so...
No.
It's not a... No.
Well, if I have nothing else and you have nothing else, then ladies and gentlemen, that means one thing, and one thing only. It is showtime and go time. Episode number 347 live WCW Starrcade. Let's go! And here we go. WCW Starrcade recommencing the road to WCW War Games, which again is a little less than 2 weeks away. Everybody looking to solidify their spots on the next big battle stage. The next big stream preview of 2022, and of course the third of the Archiverse 3.0. It is going to be one hell of a thrill ride. Again, it's going to be the rosters of the Archiverse Warzone taking on WCW Starrcade. It is going to be a brand-for-brand championship battle, 10 matches of absolute thrill ride. And tonight, we're going to start things off with a bang from Team Anger Issues TV, Alexander Furious. We have Team Fred Lawless and the Chosen One, Fred Chang, and of course the OG, Kurt Jordan from Team KJ2294. It is a TLC matchup. And it is for the, I believe it is for the Starrcade contract case, is it not, Glorola?
You know what? I don't remember for sure, but I will definitely check that very quickly.
I'm just fact-checking it myself, actually. It is, in fact, for the WCW Starrcade contract case. So the winner of this match will, of course, go directly to WCW War Games and receive a championship title shot. Now, whether that is a one-on-one matchup or whether or not other things transpire over the next week and a half, we can't be certain, but we will definitely find out. But whoever wins this match is definitely going to War Games, to the next big battlefield, the next big war between WCW Universe and the Archerverse. It is going to be epic. All right, life is great. Have a great evening. Enjoy the VOD when you wake up later tomorrow.
Well, have a great night. Life is great.
Twitch Mobile is always a jackass. Life is great, so I don't blame you for not wanting to mess with it. It also depends on how new your phone is, unfortunately. Alright, so let me get the betting lines open for this first matchup. And once I get the betting lines open and the first match is underway, it is time for everybody's favorite segment, Between the Ropes, with the great Glenola, and tonight, the host with the most. One Uzi TV, again, absent this evening, a little extracurricular fam jam time. And we wish him well. We hope he has a great evening. All right, let's see here.
Okay. Well, now I am going to start off by saying I'm rooting for Kurt Jordan in this one. You know.
You're going for KJ in this one?
Oh, of course.
Well, I think everybody respects Kurt Jordan.
I mean, yeah, you know, the OG Kurt Jordan caused a hell of a lot of villainy here.
Oh, hell yes he did. Hell yes he did.
I gotta support that.
All the way back to the Archerverse 1.0. The Wizard. He should have renamed himself the Wizard. Before he actually signed a contract with the Archerverse or WCW, he, of course, was working the indies, and he was causing havoc for us outside. He was trying to get people's attention, apparently, within the business, but instead of doing it, you know, the normal way and reaching out to the powers that be, he decided to somehow manage to hack our video production truck right during the middle of WCW WrestleMania. And, of course, forced all of the viewers to watch his show instead of WrestleMania. So anybody that was watching the stream preview at home and wasn't able to watch the show live for 2 minutes, watched the show produced by Team KJ2294 instead of WCW WrestleMania. It was an absolute heist. Craziness.
It was beautiful.
It took us 2 full minutes to get the feed back so that those watching around the world could participate and actually enjoy the show. But yeah, he caused a lot of villainy. Then eventually he started to cause a little villainy within the company. A little bit of villainy.
And the easy way to, you know, screw up Archer was just to get him to say Team KJ.
I mean, to be fair, he actually caused less villainy after inking a contract than he did before he inked a contract. I mean, but again, there was ways to do that faster and easier, by the way, without all the villainy. But it is what it is.
It's fun. It's fun.
All right, so who walks out the number one contender? Glowa says KJ. So is it going to be Alexander Furious, Fred Chang, the chosen one from Team Fred Lawless, and again Alexander Furious from Team Anger Issues TTV, or
I already had them all opened.
From Team KJ2294, the OG Kurt Jordan, one half of Power and Glory, his partner in crime, of course. From Team J Negative Gaming, the Soul Man Jay Simmons will be in action later tonight. What just happened? There we go. All right.
Oh,
so there we go.
Archer, King of Pro did redeem the mid-card title shot early on.
Did he?
Earlier on, yeah. But, so.
I mean, King of Pro, you literally just had a title shot against Alan Severn, sir, and lost, by the way.
Yeah. Hopefully, no.
Team King of Pro has a real tough time earning title shots like everybody else does. His team is constantly in management's face about, handouts.
Well, due to his loss against the Wolfman, I mean, the Wolfpack don't have to worry about that anymore.
They do not. Any championship held by the Wolfpack, and, if he happens to be in WCW, he gets no shot at those titles.
Any Wolfpack title. So even if it's a Heritage title or
Froggy Moth Legs
member holds it.
Froggy Lothmegs. I was gonna say that backwards. Wow, I've been watching too much Superman lately. Reverse things going on television.
Bizarro World.
That's exactly it. Do you watch the show? Lois and Superman, it's actually a fantastic show. It is a fantastic show. I just finished 2 seasons of it, 30 episodes, and it had me on my seat all 30 episodes. It was real good.
No, I used to watch the classic Super Friends.
Oh, that was I own many of the episodes. I'm still trying to collect a lot of it, but I own the entire Justice League though, and most of Oh no, I bought the rest of the Superman animated. Never mind, I own the whole Superman animated, Batman animated. I own most of the cartoon series, period. Alright, so I'm trying to find... Oh, let's see. Froggy says, man, Jay Simmons was like a fucking freight train in that Gold Rush tournament. TBS said, fuck yeah, he was. I think he burned off some of his soul for that tournament win. Froggy says, you could have put anyone at the end of that rush and he'd still have that Canadian title. Yeah, I agree. That was an epic win for sure.
Though Blind Locksmith does point one thing out. Maybe not chairs. He might not have won against chairs.
Oh, chairs, man! What a debut! And the rumors that are circulating and trending worldwide about just who chairs could possibly be. How many people think it is tables? I mean, they've been releasing photos all over the place. Apparently, we don't know. They could be edited photos. They are releasing photos all across the internet of tables and chairs attending events together, and apparently not the same people. Again, I don't have any proof to validify this. I don't have any. I mean, it could be edited. It could all be edited. Are you rushing to et there? Rushing to et there. I don't know about etting, but getting places is nice. Alright, so you guys have 4 minutes and 4 seconds left to make your bets on this matchup, but it is showtime and go time, ladies and gentlemen. Episode number 347 live. First match of the night, TLC for the Starrcade contract case. Alexander Furious, Fred Shang, Kurt Jordan, let's go. And it is time for Between the Ropes with the great Glenola. Take it away, Glenola.
Alrighty. So,
Alrighty then. Sorry, I don't know why I did that.
I don't know either, but is coming from ranktop10.com.
Black Shuriken in the house.
There is no author listed, and people can actually vote on this list to move people up and down, or to move people up on the list. But I still think, this is in some ways telling. And I think I'm going to do the top 15 rather than the top 10 that they, because they continue the list on forever, basically. But they're supposed to be the worst wrestlers of all time. Number 1 is Hornswoggle.
I think they're just the right amount of bearing.
I don't think Hornswoggle's that bad, when you take into account, midget wrestling. They are some great talents in that, and I think Hornswoggle has a lot of talent. I don't think he gets to showcase it much, because who are they putting him up against? The great Khali.
From Chicago, Illinois.
I mean, Hornswoggle for me, it's See, my problem with Hornswoggle is I obviously watched an era where midget wrestling was actually really a fun thing to watch. I mean, they eventually ruined it by making it far too silly, but there was a lot of really good little wrestlers, and Hornswoggle, to me, did not measure up to that. That said, he was a charismatic little dude, and he was funny. I just wish he would have spent a little more time with his craft, with his art, crafting his art, and maybe doing something a little. I mean, eventually he was just jumping on people, right? It was just, I don't know.
Yeah, but I think he had the talent and everything. I think it's just.
Oh, I agree. He just
booked for him.
Yeah.
He didn't really have
didn't care.
To show it.
They didn't care about little wrestlers anymore. You know what I mean? That's what it comes down to. Yeah.
Weighing in at 200.
Number 2 is Santino Marella. And, I don't know,
Hey, what is this list again?
Top 10, it's the top worst wrestlers of all time.
Santino Marella?
Yeah. Now, it doesn't say it's ranked, but this is by vote.
I mean, I understand. People voted for that shit. Okay, let me tell you something.
Yeah.
I understand Hornswoggle being on there again. That guy, as full of charisma as he was, and he had the potential, but just never kind of. Again, I'm comparing him to other little wrestlers that I know of, because I did watch. I used to like midget wrestling. It was fun, but there was a lot of good talent, and Hornswoggle just didn't measure up to that. But Santino Marella. Did any?
No.
He was actually a very good wrestler.
Yeah.
He was a very technical wrestler at that. I mean, he did a lot of silly, crazy stuff eventually, right?
Yeah, but if you actually watched his moves, technically they were spot on.
Yeah, dude, like if you can ask a lot of people from the wrestling business, and they'll tell you, Santino Marella was very well received by his peers in the locker room that wrestled against him. He wrestled safely. He was technically sound. I mean, again, if you look past all the silliness, I mean, you had to have seen the guy was talented. Holy crap!
But even the silliness showed his talent, because you cannot pull that off successfully without some skill.
Gotta have a personality to be able to pull that off. At least well. And Marella did it well. Very, very well. Matter of fact, I'd love to see Marella pulled back in somehow.
Oh, that'd be cool. Number 3 is John Cena.
Well, I mean, again, John Cena is one of the better Like he's the modern day Hulk Hogan, right? He's one of the great entertainers we had, and I think over time he learned to wrestle better. But if you look at his career as a whole, I definitely wouldn't put him on a great wrestlers list. I don't know that he belongs on a top 10 worst wrestlers list, though. I will give him that much. He does not belong in a top 10 list.
Now, I will say, number 4, I think we will all agree deserves to be on the list. As much as I found him entertaining in the ring somewhat, the Great Khali.
Well, hell yeah, that should be number 1. Like, who the hell is number 1 then? If the Great Khali...
Well, they have this going down 1, 2, 3, you know.
Oh, okay.
It's a rank. It's just
okay.
worst wrestlers of all time.
Gotcha.
Number 5, they have Hulk Hogan.
Well, I mean, Hogan's not, first and foremost, Hogan's not as popular as he used to be, okay? I mean, yeah, when he makes his return and walks out to the ring, he gets that big Hulkamaniac pop, but I mean, if he sticks around, that fades away over a few shows. He's not as popular as he used to be. So people are a lot more critical of his career and other such things. So I could see that, because Hogan didn't, I mean, although he wrestled a little bit more in the 70s and the early 80s, eventually it was basically the same thing Cena ended up doing, right? It was 2 or 3 moves, body slam, leg drop, woot woot, we're done.
Okay, well, number 6, I think again we can agree, the Shockmaster.
Well, and here I thought there couldn't be somebody worse than Khali. You know what? I stand corrected. I can't believe they managed to include somebody on the list worse than Khali in the ring. That is incredible. That is incredible. Wow. Like...
Number 7 is The Miz.
I don't know about that. Okay, so even if you don't like The Miz because he wasn't a natural athlete, he didn't come from a combat background, he didn't come from a sport background, he was literally a nobody that had a dream of becoming a WWE superstar and busted his ass for almost 20 years now, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, to actually have become one of the best heels of all time, one of the best talkers on the microphone, and is now a credible wrestler. Again, if you didn't like him and don't like him, that's fine, but if you look where he came from and where he is now, but the problem is, people will always have that small little bit of hate for The Miz because he became famous from the reality TV show Tough Enough, and he didn't have a wrestling background, didn't have an athletic background, didn't have a combat background, didn't have a movie background or anything else. He was just simply a nobody with a dream. And he even, in the early days, he even got bullied in the locker room because of all of that, right? So, but don't tell me you can watch The Miz right now in any match that he does and think, oh, he sucks.
Well, I'm not a Miz fan, but, you know, he does have some skill. Now, I do want to possibly, let me look something up here, because I think, yeah.
Don't get me wrong, he doesn't belong on a list of best wrestlers either, but...
He did not gain fame from Tough Enough. He started off on the Real World.
Yeah, but he became a household name from the WWE.
Yeah.
Tough Enough broke him into the business. Nobody cares about the Real World. Nobody even knew about it.
Yeah. He also won Battle of the Seasons in Toronto too. Reached the finals, Battle of Network Reality Stars.
Yeah, so basically nothing credible, and again, Tough Enough is where he got his big break.
And he was a runner-up.
Yeah, exactly, he didn't even win it. No, Maven won. I believe he...
the year Maven won.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he and Maven were on the opening episode of Tough Enough. You might want to fact check that, I could be wrong.
That's what I'm actually right now.
Yeah, I feel like they were on the same episode. anybody's wondering, we're just fact-checking our information here. We like to fact-check. It's different when we're reading an article because we're reading somebody else's article and we're giving them all the credit. So if it's factually incorrect, it's not our information. You can't backlash us. In this case, when we're talking amongst ourselves, sometimes our information is hazy because we're talking about things we know from the past, present, etc. But,
okay, so number 4.
We don't want to feed you bullshit either, guys.
Looks like Daniel Puder won that one.
Okay, so it wasn't the very first season of Tough Enough that Miz was on then. Season 4, that's right. Okay, so there you go.
Take a look here.
The Blind Locksmith says, I actually watched Miz Full Rise from Real World to Tough Enough. Yeah. I wouldn't put him on a top 10 best wrestlers list, no, but would I put him in a top 10 worst wrestlers list? Absolutely not. But Miz is definitely a 10 times the better wrestler now than he was 10 years ago.
But Pewter never even really made it to the...
Yo, King of Brenyan Gaming, welcome back. Welcome into episode number 347, my friend. WCW Starrcade is underway. First match of the night. Triple threat TLC matchup between 3 streamer teams. It is a fantastic way to set the tone. But how was your night? What's going on? What's doing exciting? We're just going through our Between the Ropes segment. The Blind Locksmith says, no, Miz isn't amazing, but he is awesome.
I don't even know if I'd go that far.
Well, I think to be fair, he became awesome. Miz is a Hall of Famer in the future. He is still finding ways to become relevant. He's still finding ways to at least once throughout the year make us like him a little bit. The rest of the year make us hate his guts. He's just doing. I think at the end of the day, he's going to be one of the best of all time, whether we like it or not, because he busted his ass and went from 0 to hero. So.
And I try not to let my personal opinion of the, them.
Well, sometimes you have to, yeah.
My comments on these lists because some of these I just, yeah. But number 8, we have the guy, the Giant Gonzalez.
The Giant Gonzalez, wow. All right, while you run down the info about the Giant Gonzalez, I'm just grabbing myself a quick beverage. I'll be right back. Oh, look at this, KJ. I might not have to go. I thought he was going to go for that case. He is going for the case. The OG with his hands on the briefcase, guys. Look at this. Wow, he did it, ladies and gentlemen. The winner of the match and new Starrcade contract case holder, which makes him the #1 contender to the WCW World Heavyweight Championship from Team KJ2294. He is the OG Kurt Jordan. What a match that the Blind Locksmith is all over me already. Money, please. I feel like we're married. He just wants the wallet open. All right, let's see here.
All right, so while he does that, number 9 is Bastion Booger.
Bastion Booger.
And number 10, I think he had some talent. He can't pull off all these finishers that he was copying without some talent. And that's Eugene.
All right. And there you go, guys. The payout is issued for the last match. Yo, what's going on? Welcome to episode number 347, my friend. You just missed the first match. It was absolute fire. As you can see, the OG Kurt Jordan, the new Starrcade contract case holder. Great way to set the tone for the evening, though. Great match. Great match. Betting lines are already open, by the way, everybody that just got here, so don't worry about wasting your Archiver's bucks on opening the betting lines. The Great Glenola has already opened them all up. All right, next match of the night. From the big body metaverse, one of the invaders, the King. King Kylo's taking on Scott Hall from the Outsiders. Both of these guys looking to improve their status, heading towards mid-card, then climbing the status all the way towards those heavyweight titles. a win over each other sets them in the exact right direction they want to head. It's going to be a very interesting matchup. I believe a slobber knocker, if you will, because they are two very big gentlemen, and they are going to absolutely look to tear each other apart here. This is not going to be for the faint at heart. I believe it's going to get very ugly very quickly, as they are both looking to solidify their spots as well as we head towards WCW War Games. But who do you guys think walks out of this matchup with the W?
Okay, now the betting lines are already open. You don't need to pay to open them, so I'm going to redeem that one.
All right, there we go.
And there's been a Target the Invasion, Archer.
All right, who are we targeting?
King Brenyan Gaming.
King Brenyan Gaming. Now, Joe Link, are they actually going to still be streaming when we're done our broadcast? That's the problem with redeeming that so early into the evening. I mean, we're only going into the second match of the night, so as long as they're going to be streaming in a couple of hours, we'll be good to go for that invasion. So keep your eye out, because we'll make sure we refund your Archerverse bucks if that's not the case. Or you can pick another target. There's that too. Alright, so I'm opening the betting lines right now. Here we go. You have 5 minutes to make your bets. Second match of the night, King Kylos from the Big Body Metaverse versus Scott Hall from the Outsiders. Let's go. Alright.
So what do you think about Eugene, Archer?
Eugene. Well, that's an interesting out of left field question, but I've always been a fan of Eugene. I thought he as well was a great technical wrestler. Loved his body of work as a comic relief. I think they could have repackaged him at some point and set him on a run, actually, at least in the mid-card area. Huh? But
because he's number 10.
He's number 10, yeah, okay, well. Another one that doesn't belong there. Not in the number 10 spot. Not in the top 10. There's so many other wrestlers deserving of being in that top 10 spot. You know what I mean?
So, yeah.
As far as
I'm gonna round out the.
Okay, while you do that, I'm gonna go grab
40.
a drink. But the betting lines are open, and here we go. Showtime and go time. Matchup number 2. Let's go. I'll be right back.
Yep. Number 11 is Rico Constanto. Most famously was the manager for Billy and Chuck, as well as for I believe he was their manager for 3 Minute Warning. But let me just double check that because I don't want to give false information. Okay. And I'll admit I was personally entertained by Rico somewhat, but I enjoyed him more for, when I first saw him in the American Gladiators. He was a former cop, he was a retired paramedic, a SWAT officer, bodyguard, he's been a wrestler. Yeah, still a little bit of everything.
Weighing in at 306 pounds, the King. You can see exactly why the arena is full here tonight. This is a match.
Yep, he was the manager for 3 Minute Warning.
The competition level has never been higher, but this guy's ready to prove he can hang.
Hello, JoJo Cool Kid 85. Archer stepped away to get a drink.
One of the founding members of the new
in some ways, yeah.
Order.
And his opponent, representing the Outsiders from Miami, Florida, weighing in at 280 pounds.
If you haven't seen him, in the ring he wasn't the greatest.
Who could forget that moment on Monday Nitro where Scott?
I admit to that. Now, whether it belongs on this list, I'm not sure.
Gave WCW the jump start it needed for the early part of the Monday Night Wars. Ruthless fighter, master manipulator. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if the NWO got involved here tonight. You realize if the NWO...
Okay, so we'll go ahead and continue. We'll just let Archer... We'll ask Archer about it when he gets back.
I have returned.
Oh, okay.
Ask Archer about... Sorry?
Number 11 was Rico Constanto.
Rico Constanto. Interesting.
So what was your thoughts on Rico?
I mean, I was never a fan. I mean, he didn't do anything personally for me, but
Yeah.
I don't have a big opinion on Constanto personally.
Okay. Yeah.
Just one of those.
My favorites with him is more his time in the American Gladiators.
Yeah.
I believe it was the second season where he dominated.
Yeah, he did, yeah. The Blind Locksmith says Rico Suave.
Suave. Number 12, Zeus. Yeah, I don't remember Zeus in the ring enough to comment on this one. Yeah, my
it's Tiny Lister Jr.
Yeah, but
from No Holds Barred.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's where my main memory of him is.
Did you not watch the feud between him and Hogan?
That's at that time frame where
we should dig those up and post them.
Yeah, but so I can't tell whether or not how technical he was.
I mean, he wasn't overly technical, no.
Or
absolutely not. He was just a big, strong guy that looked good in the ring, as far as physique goes, and intimidating look, and
still more of the character.
Yeah.
Than the...
He was full-blown heel. They pushed him as the person that was going to destroy Hulkamania.
Yeah.
But it was actually a good feud. It was a good storytelling. Period.
It got just feed into the movie.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, number 13 is one of the reasons I want to go through the 15. I definitely want your opinion on this one, and I'm going to take my headset off, I think.
Uh-oh.
The Undertaker.
Undertaker is on a list of worst wrestling.
At number 13.
Wow. The Undertaker. One of the best big men to ever grace the squared circle. Has more technical skill in that ring than most of the people that are even in there today. Is a legitimate athlete, is actually a jiu-jitsu specialist and mixed martial arts trainer for many, many years. Has been wrestling for 30. I mean, come on, man. Who the hell wrote that list?
It didn't credit anybody, but...
The Blind Locksmith says, I think someone made this list just to troll fans. Even Froggy, look at that, he even used the word ghastly. Fucking ghastly, he says. Yeah, The Undertaker doesn't belong on any wrestling list that suggests there has a compilation of worse wrestlers. Black Shurkin says that list is compromised. It is. Black Shurkin knows.
Number 14, we got Tyler Breeze.
Tyler Breeze. Well, I mean, I don't understand why he'd be on there either. I mean, does everybody know who Tyler Breeze is? Was partners with Fandango for their team was called Brazongo, actually. And Tyler Breeze, far from a bad wrestler. Just saying.
And Fandango is number 17.
Fandango is number 17, of course he is, yeah.
And number 15.
Oh, Kylos gets caught by a knee. Rusev?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I think I can't say he's a bad wrestler. I mean, he's a sambo specialist, first of all. but he kind of comes across as just a brute brawler in the ring, right? So I guess if you're a casual fan that makes this list, you could throw him on there, but...
I'm going to throw out just a couple more, just at random points. 16 is Dolph Ziggler.
Dolph Ziggler?
19 is Jack Swagger.
Jack Swagger. Jack Swagger, the actual amateur wrestler. I mean, is Kurt Angle on there too? We may as well have him on there, and we'll toss in Bret Hart.
You mean number 29?
Number 29 is Kurt Angle? Kurt fucking Angle is on a list of worst professional wrestlers ever? What? What?
Finley's at 26.
Mind blown right now. I mean...
Tommy Dreamer's 23.
Oh my God.
And the wear and tear is starting to show. Now the time where the smartest competitor needs to take advantage of the situation. Needs to figure out the quickest.
Yeah, Black Shuriken says, send that list back to the shadows. Froggy says, put an actual wrestler on the worst wrestler list. I mean, oh my God.
Oh, I'm going to remove that list from the...
That's by far the worst. That is worse than Taco Boy's list. He beats Taco Boy. I mean,
oh, there is nobody credited on this list.
Nobody credited the list. I wonder why.
Taco Bell, he may have wrote it.
I wonder why. I agree. It looks like a trolling list to me. Man, oh man, what a battle between Scott Hall and King Kylo so far. Kylo's just speared him again, and once again, Scott Hall kicked out. But he looks like he's setting Hall up for another ride here, looking for another jackhammer. The Scepter Slam is what he calls it, the King's Scepter.
Okay.
Wow, he kicked out again.
This list is not about skills, legends, and admiration. This is about the worst wrestlers of all time. Those guys who are absolutely disgusting on the ring and beyond it. Whose fighting abilities are always questionable and generally wrestlers that are total jerks.
Yeah.
Let's see. John Cena, total jerk. Okay.
Pure instinct.
You know.
No, Froggy, that's CM Punk.
But you gotta do a little more to finally finish this.
Froggy says, we have a new number one on worst list.
And actually CM Punk is on this list.
Good Lord.
32.
Oh, I mean, for me, I think CM Punk, it's funny because a lot of people really love CM Punk, but I was never a CM Punk fan, and for me, he just always looked sloppy, and like, he never bothered to get himself in ring shape, and I get he was the straight edge superstar, but, wow, Scott Hall, the winner of the match, picks up a huge win over the Big Body Metaverse. A big win over King Kylos. Wow.
100% voted for Hall.
Did they all? Everybody voted for Scott Hall. Nice.
Yep. So there's no payout.
No payout. Well, it's a good thing because the other selection was Kylos. Not even sure who that is.
Mm-hmm. Well, I did wonder, Archer. Hoonwalks? Is that the Archverse version of Michael Jackson move?
It is.
Okay.
All right, so payout has been issued. Scott Hall, the winner, big win over King Kylos from the Big Body Metaverse. I did not expect that, I'll be honest. I thought for sure Kylos would come out hungry and take Scott Hall out early, but it was Scott Hall that took Kylos out early. Wow. Surprises already tonight, guys. All right. Next match of the night, another member of the Big Body Metaverse, Robert the Body Santana, taking on the other member of the Outsiders. Let's see if the Outsiders can go 2-0 against the corporation known as Robert Santana and King Kylos. Scott Hall took care of Kylos. Kevin Nash now going to look to take care of Robert Santana. It'll be interesting to see how this one turns out, because Robert the Body Santana is always got a game plan, and he's always a step ahead of his opponents. I mean, he's been very impressive since his invasion with King Kylos. Has already been a World Television Champion, TWA World Heavyweight Champion, and tonight looking to use Kevin Nash as a stepping stone and catapult himself back into the spotlight. Of course, both men look for the same thing and could be done by just simply picking up a win over each other. It doesn't really matter who wins this matchup. Somebody is going to be in a better light at the end of the night. But who walks out with the W? Is it going to be Robert Santana or Kevin Nash? Big Sexy. 5 minutes to make your bets. And there you go. The betting lines are open, and here we go. Showtime and go time. Matchup number 3. Let's go. All right. So yeah, that list was god awful.
I thought so too myself.
Oh, good lord.
I read it after I was starting to glance through it, and I'm like, oh yes. You're going to have so much fun tearing this one apart.
Oh, that was ghastly. What else you got? I mean, because we need a redemption list now. Because even for a list we could tear apart, that was. I mean, my head hurts now. I need something to make me feel better.
I don't know if I've read this one before.
The WWE Universe
10 wrestling returns that were shockingly great.
Okay. That's interesting. I mean, there's many returns that went well, so that's it'll be interesting to see what's on the list.
All right, this is from the Sportster. Written by Mark Ryan.
Okay.
And January 22nd of this year. Number 10 is Shane O'Mac. When Shane returned in 2016, fans weren't really sure what to expect. Now here I disagree. Shane was never a trained wrestler.
Yeah, I don't buy that either. I mean that.
Yeah.
I mean that's the facade they started his career with, right? He was the kid from the streets of Greenwich, Connecticut. That's how the Mean Street Posse came in and all that stuff. But come on, man, we know that he was trained. He's the son of the multi-billion-dollar owner of a global wrestling empire. Give your head a shake. I mean, now to be fair, we all know David Flair didn't put in any effort at all to become a professional wrestler. Just tried to ride his dad's coattails and make a name for himself, but that was not the case with Shane.
No, and you didn't know. There's no way in hell he was not trained if he was in a Hell in a Cell handicap match with his dad and the Big Show versus DX. There was no way they would have let him anywhere near that cell if he hadn't been trained.
France with 2 L's, welcome into the show. Welcome to episode number 347. WCW Starrcade well underway. This is the third matchup of the evening. So far, we've had some epic matches. We just saw Scott Hall take out King Kylos from the Big Body Metaverse in an epic clash. We saw the OG Kurt Jordan in the first match of the night become the WCW Starrcade contract case holder, so he's the new #1 contender to the WCW World Heavyweight Championship. So it's been a great night, great way to set the tone for the evening. We're rocking and rolling. How is your evening? And by the way, has anybody come close to the other set of numbers yet? We know that Punisher is 3 numbers away, so that's going to be a tough one to beat. He's likely going to be the winner of the mid-card title match. But we still have the Channel Redemption lottery as well.
I am not sure.
8, 7, and 6 was that number.
Yeah, I don't know about that one.
Francis with a 9, 8, 1.
I just know I was way off. I was like 2 something.
You were 2 something, yeah.
But yeah, when Shane did return in 2016, he was doing a segment on Raw. It was announced he was booked to wrestle Undertaker at WrestleMania 32.
Yeah.
And that was a hell of a match.
It was.
You know, to up the stakes, it was announced the match would take place inside Hell in a Cell. Not only did Shane create one of the most visually spectacular moments by jumping off the cell, which that was that elbow drop to the Taker through the announce table.
Whoa. What do you mean? What do you mean the multi-billion-dollar company that is on a live pay-per-view on a network program allowed an untrained person to jump off of a cell? No. Really? Is that the way of things? Wow. That's crazy. I'm surprised they didn't have lawsuits and everything else coming out the wazoo. That's incredible.
Yeah. That was a hell of a
good for them.
Through the Taker, you know.
Right? Can you believe they got away with that one? That's nuts. I mean, son of the owner or not, that's crazy.
He would go on to have several more quality performances in the coming years, which, you know, I'll tell you what.
Wow.
Shane McMahon has always had a quality match.
Maybe not so much in the very beginning. It was a little bit. I mean, he was very green, right? But I mean, who isn't when they first come in? It doesn't matter where you've wrestled before. Your first time under the big lights in front of that huge crowd, because even house shows, even WWE house shows are huge now. It's not like they're in small little bingo halls like they used to be. They're in arenas. Now, they may not be in the 30,000 seat arenas for most of the house shows. They're more like a 5,000 or 6,000 seat arena, maybe even less depending on what city they're in. But, you know, their people are going from wrestling in front of a few hundred people to thousands of people. So it affects the way you perform.
Yeah, the house show I went to was in Bloomington, Illinois. And guesstimate-wise, I would say there was somewhere between 500 and 600 people. That was a SmackDown house show, and, you know, it was not in a big, you know, one of the huge arenas. It wasn't like at the university or that. It was a smaller venue. But it was still 500 or 600 people, you know. And it was, the energy was amazing. Even without pyrotechnics and all that.
Oh, yeah. The house show, a lot of the house shows I went to didn't have pyro either, but they're just as entertaining. I mean, they found other ways to make it exciting without the pyro, so.
I was a little upset there wasn't pyro because Kane walking out without the fire is just.
Yeah, well, I agree. There are certain superstars that when there's no pyrotechnics, it's like, well.
You know, it was still amazing watching and the energy of Kane, you know. But it's still, you know.
Submission locked in tight, nowhere to go.
Look at this, Robert the Body Santana with a figure 4 leg lock, but Kevin Nash fighting back, though. I thought maybe Robert the Body Santana was going to get a leg up, if you will, on Kevin Nash here.
Alrighty. Number 9, we've got Goldberg.
Punisher says, this conversation is awesome because I'm going to be attending Saturday main event in November. Awesome. Yeah, no matter what show you attend, I assure you, you will be entertained. It's a lot of fun.
And I was doubly blessed with mine because not only was it a hell of a card, but there were some members of the Illinois National Guard that were being sworn in, and they actually did it in the ring. You know, so that was just kind of cool watching these guys get sworn in, you know.
France with 2L says, house shows are more fun because the wrestlers get some leeway in how they act, which can be hilarious. Punisher says, my first time being front row. France, you're correct, and Punisher, that is awesome.
Yeah, I'm jealous. I'm not even a big fan of the current product, but I'm jealous.
Yeah. Well, actually, the current product is actually slowly improving.
We will see. You know, if they can
not so much with the consistent, decent storylines, but with the action in the ring, though. Punisher says it comes with a lot. Meet and greet with stars, photo op, a chair, a lap dance, dinner with Natalia Neidhart, mini replica title, a blowjob from Vince McMahon. Jesus, that is one hell of a package. What'd you pay for that, Punisher? Main event is Sheamus versus McIntyre in a street fight. Nice. That'll be a lot of fun. They will put on one hell of a spectacle, I guarantee it. They will pull at all the stops to make that a great main event. Sheamus and McIntyre are two fantastic workers. Workhorses.
And we got Kevin Nash wins it.
Wow, Kevin Nash takes out the second member of the Big Body Metaverse. The Outsiders go 2-0. Wow. Big Sexy with the big victory. That is crazy. What is going on tonight, guys?
Oh, that was awesome. There's just two words to describe that. Too
right?
Sweet.
All right, so I'll issue the payout for that. That is crazy. And only 34% voted for Nash.
Yep.
All right, payout has been issued. And here we go, fourth match of the night. And this is mostly a grudge match between two teams who have brushed up against one another many times over the past several weeks in the locker room. Finally, because of course the Circle have been in heated rivalries with the Coalition, with the Wolfpack, finally Tons of Funk get their chance to go head-to-head with the AEW Exiles, the Circle. So it is Kenny Omega, Adam Hangman Page, of course in tow is MJF, challenging Team 3 TV Reese, Team 3 TVB, and in tow I'm Just Key. It is the Voice, Reese Williams, the All-American Uptown B. Henry, and the villain of the Archerverse, Kareem Key Woods. It is Tons of Funk versus the Circle. And who do you guys got winning this one?
Oh, I'm going with Tons of Funk.
You're going with Tons of Funk?
Oh, yeah. 3 TV Reese, 3 TVB, yeah, those teams are unbelievable.
They have had nothing but pure success ever since inking contracts, so I can't really disagree with that statement whatsoever. I mean, they have been successful in singles competition. They're well, I know Kareem Key Woods is not in the matchup, but all three of those gentlemen have won World Heavyweight Championships. They've won television championships, tag team championships. I mean, they've done it all. They are absolute bona fide and formidable competitors, and also great human beings inside and outside of the ring. Tons of respect in the locker room.
But that's why the Voice was, or the villain was invited to the ultimate match from the Wolfman.
That is correct.
You know, is because he has already done it all. You know. So,
and of course, the match he's speaking of, ladies and gentlemen, is the matchup tonight in the Dark Match main event, the Go Home Happy match of the evening. It's the first ever Chamber of Pain match. And of course, the villain of the Archerverse is invited to that matchup, and we are going to be crowning a brand new King of the Cage champion. Again, it is the TWA Championship, and the only way to challenge for that title is inside a steel cage, an Archerverse lockdown, a Hell in a Cell, or some type of a chamber matchup. That is the only time you'll ever see that championship being defended, so it is going to be a lot of fun to see what happens with that division. But who's walking in with the W? Is it going to be Tons of Funk or the Circle? Those AEW Exiles are going to be angry because they no longer have their championship belts from AEW that they, of course, stole and came to the Archerverse with.
And of course, Archer doesn't have it either, and he's a little pissed off too.
He does not. I mean, he didn't really want the damn thing to begin with, but after he got it, he kind of enjoyed having that little bit of a, you know, bragging right over top of the Circle when nobody else had any at the time being. I mean, they've been winning matches left and right lately. But then he lost to Bobby Lashley, so there's that. All right, so 5 minutes to make your bets on this matchup. And there we go. Betting lines are open. And it is showtime and go time matchup number 4. The Circle versus Tons of Funk. Let's go.
Look who's here.
Alrighty. As I was saying, number 9 is Goldberg. When Goldberg was featured in the 2K17 game, no one could have predicted what was to come. After more than a decade away from the business, Goldberg would return to the ring to completely squash Brock Lesnar in 90 seconds.
Yeah.
Since then, he's gone on to capture several world titles, and headline multiple marquee events. Hasn't come without controversy, as some fans feel Goldberg's taken away spots from more deserving full-time talent. What can't be denied is that Goldberg is arguably an even bigger attraction than his original run that started over 20 years ago.
And by the way, if anybody's upset about watching MJF waltz into the ring with that WCW World Tag Team title, don't you worry. The Circle, or the rest of the Circle anyways, will be defending those Tag Team Championships later tonight against the Martyrs, who are, of course, the original #1 contenders to those championships, had stepped aside so that the Wolfpack and others could continue their rivalries and feuds with the Circle. Tonight, they finally get their shot. It is the Martyrs, Team the Ornery Knight, and of course, Team Tony USP, the future Anthony Draven, and the Omega, Marshall Omega, the Martyrs taking on the AEW Exiles, the Circle, Chris Jericho and MJF, and the titles are on the line.
Entertainment is an art form.
By Locksmith says, fuck 2017 and the GameStop it rode in on. Okay. Fuck 2017. Froggy says, fair. I mean, what do we say to that? Joe Link says, they're doing Goldberg legend biography on Sunday.
Nice.
I actually didn't know that.
I didn't either.
When did they announce that?
Oh, they screwed his cousin out of Goldberg pre-order downloadable.
Ah,
Ooh.
gotcha. Speaking of downloadable, pretty soon we're going to be able to sign LA Knight and Rob Van Dam and a few others that I'm pretty excited. I mean, we're going to have to try and get there before Vinny K, because Vinny K, you know, he likes to get his claws sunk in early. And he always gets the goddamn emails for everybody else. That is not fair, by the way. I understand he's majority owner still. That is still not fair. We should all be getting those emails at the same time.
There's a tag.
He is a fiend.
He says it's going to be on A&E.
A&E, the place to be for a biography about Bill Goldberg.
Ooh, it says they started it last week with Undertaker.
Oh, nice.
Damn.
Oh, look at that. Adam Page sneaks out the back door. And a German suplex.
Alrighty. So, number 8 on this list, we have Lita. When it was announced in late 2017 that WWE would be holding the very first all-women Royal Rumble match, it became something of a celebration of women's wrestling. The event wouldn't have been complete without one of the most influential female wrestlers of all time, Lita. She looked good in the Rumble match, but she would look even better later in the year when she took to be part of the Evolution pay-per-view. Fast forward to now, and Lita has been announced for the 2022 Women's Rumble once again.
And I'm okay with that.
Oh yeah. Former Team Extreme member has not lost a step during her time away from the squared circle.
She really hasn't. It's much like when The Rock stepped away and came back. They're still showing up people that have been wrestling week in, week out. It's crazy.
And with the
You look at
injury
Edge.
that had basically ended her career at first, I'm glad she's able to come back. You know, you get a lot of these wrestlers now that are starting to be able to come back from these neck injuries that not that many years ago were career-ending. You know, you look at Edge.
Yeah, well, Edge is another good example of somebody that's really still able to go at a very high level. I mean, his body of work lately, it might be his best body of work ever. And I can't wait to see what's next.
Guys, I have a feeling someone is
number 7 is CM Punk. In August 2021, perhaps the most anticipated return to pro wrestling history took place at AEW Rampage. After a 7-year absence, the straight-edge superstar created one of the most organically sensational moments of all time. After an incredible promo, the jury was still out on whether Punk could still go in the ring. He'd silence all the doubters and his own concerns by having a great match with Darby Allin at AEW All Out. Punk is right now right back where he belongs. That's inside a wrestling ring.
Yeah, but after his run in UFC, now I find it hard to invest in him as a legitimate badass in a ring.
Yeah. Not to mention, I've never liked CM Punk.
I've never been a big fan either. I mean, I'm one of the one of the few that have that unpopular opinion. So.
Oh yeah. And it didn't matter what character he was playing. I just never liked Punk.
Yeah, no, because his characters were all the same. I mean, it was like what?
He'd always come across egotistical.
Yeah.
And when he did I'll tell you honestly, that pipe bomb that everybody just loved, it sounded to me like some whiny little bitch.
I mean, I understand why people liked it. I guess because it was unscripted and it was a shock and awe moment. But yeah, to me, same thing. It sounded like a whole bunch of whining, complaining, boo-hoo. I should get special treatment when nobody else does, etc., etc. I mean, in the moment, it's what people wanted. Because they were missing something from the business, and CM Punk for the moment gave it to them, and everybody raved and ranted and ooh and awed and cooed like it was a little tiny baby. But the baby grew up, and now when you look back at it, it still looks like a bunch of whining, bitching, complaining, moaning, and awing, and oh, poor me, I should get something special when nobody else did.
And you can't say he was not given shots, you know? He was given every opportunity to be, anything he wanted to be.
Actually, Froggy, I think that's supposed to say cockmonger Punk. Well, CM Punk means Chicago-made punk, is what that means. It is stupid, I agree. But at least it has meaning.
Yeah, even when he was in the Indy, I mean, he was, At least around here, I've talked to people that actually met him during his time in Chicago and this area, that region, and he has always been a bitch,
I don't know. I just was never a fan.
Yeah.
I was never as excited by his performances as everybody else. I was always.
See him. It's supposed to be Chick Magnet. He's with the tag team called the Chick Magnets.
Yeah.
There's a tag. What are we going to see here? Double team effort.
But number 6, on the other hand, I definitely deserves to be on this list, and potentially more than once. Shawn Michaels. In 2002, after a 4-year absence from competition, Heartbreak Kid would return at SummerSlam to work with his good friend Triple H. Match was one that came as a beautiful surprise for virtually everyone, when it was nearly a 5-star affair. There's a reason Shawn is considered one of the greatest of all times.
Oh, absolutely, no question.
Yeah, he proved
no
one
arguments.
Of the best comebacks. Would go on to wrestle for 8 more years, reaching even greater heights than he previously had. Yeah, there was also a, that would have been the 2002 one, where, he ended up in that, you know, those brutal matches with Triple H. Kevin Nash was involved. You know.
Yeah, you know, the time where they were all pushing for each other's successes.
Yeah, you know, leading to that huge Bad Blood match, Hell in a Cell. You know, Triple H versus Kevin Nash.
Jesus, the hang time of B. Henry there.
With Cactus Jack as the special guest referee. You know.
Yeah.
Where screwdrivers were being stabbed in the heads.
I mean, imagine having Cactus Jack as your referee. I mean.
Yeah, I mean, it was a hell of a match. It's one of the few pay-per-views that I actually watched live. I watched the 2001 Royal Rumble. Me and two others chipped in, got the pay-per-view. And then my roommate got the pay-per-view for Bad Blood. You know, without him. And that was just, you can't really describe it. I mean, it was just so amazing. But to watch, you know, Shawn Michaels come back and have Triple H turn on him.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, that was a shock, but
after teasing the reunification of D-Generation X. You know, I've talked about that before, and you know, of course, breaking the head of the sledgehammer off on, you know, Shawn Michaels, yeah.
Yeah.
Hitting him across the back and the head goes flying. It's just like, you know, the imagery, it was just beautiful.
Out of the ring he goes.
Yeah, you had a street fight versus, you know, with Shawn versus Triple H, you know. Another great match.
Blind Locksmith says, was never a big HBK fan.
And yeah, I support that. If you aren't a fan of his, great, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I know people that don't like him. Yeah, not everybody liked him.
Yeah, but
I mean, he is
one of my favorites in the ring.
I mean, he is the greatest performer of all time, but that doesn't mean you have to like him either. I mean, just because he's great in the ring doesn't mean he's a likable wrestler for you personally either. So,
yeah,
it's like you can be the best basketball player on the planet, but if somebody doesn't like you, they just don't like you.
Yeah. All right. Number 5. I don't really. I've never even heard of. PCO.
PCO. That sounds familiar.
Carl Ouellette. Or Ole. Ouellette.
Yeah, that'd be Wole. But, I mean, what's the P stand for?
I don't know. Let's see. It has to be considered one of the most shocking comebacks of all time. PCO took the wrestling world by storm when he reemerged as an entirely different animal. The real-life Carl Ouellette went through several different gimmicks throughout the 90s before disappearing from the scene altogether. When he returned as PCO, he was a seemingly completely different person. Version was fearless and masochistic, moving around the ring like a 25-year-old rookie. PCO would go on to capture the ROH World title and has since signed with Impact. I have no clue who that is.
Yeah, I don't mean either.
I'll tell you what, let me look him up.
No idea. But I mean, I stopped watching Impact Wrestling regularly a long time ago.
Yeah, oh yeah. Me too. Okay, the P actually is supposed to stand for Pierre, but now stands for Perfect Creation 1.
Stands for Pierre?
PCO, originally a contraction of his long-term former ring name of Pierre Carl Ouellette, but now standing for Perfect Creation 1.
Alright then.
Let's see, let's go into... Okay, he was part of the Quebecers. He was the tag team partner of Jacques Rougeau, or...
Rougeau?
How do you say it? Rougeau, yeah.
Yeah, the Rougeau brothers. were one of the best tag teams ever, the Quebecers.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. Did that Pierre fella, did he wrestle in WWF as a pirate character?
Actually, yeah, Jean-Pierre Lafitte.
Yeah, I remember him now. Yeah, that guy was a beast. I didn't know him as PCO, though. I didn't watch him after he left the WWF. I didn't. He wasn't that intriguing, but I actually liked his body of work as Jean-Pierre Lafitte, yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember him.
The other Rougeau brother you would probably remember, if you don't remember the Quebecers, Glenolo, would be the Mountie.
Yeah, I saw him mentioned in here. Yeah, I remember the Mountie.
Yeah, the Mountie was awesome. We were so pissed as Canadians though, because the Mountie was a Rougeau. He was a celebrated superstar in Canada, right? And we couldn't even cheer his character because he was, the way he was an asshole. But he was always such a great wrestler, so it would have been more fun if we could have been able to cheer the Mountie as he went to win an Intercontinental title or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah. The Mountie was banned in Canada due to concern that the character would lead to children mistrusting the legitimate Mounties.
Yeah, they gave him a rough go using that gimmick over here, yeah, for a while. Yeah, I remember that.
Boy, lost with the Mountie.
Well, up here, a Mountie is not somebody you want coming for you, I'll tell you that.
Punisher says the Mountie always gets his man.
They don't fuck around up here. If they're coming after you, it's kind of like having a Texas Ranger go after you. Let's put it that way. They'll fuck you up. They don't play up here. If you've got the Mounties on you, your days are numbered.
Number 4 on the list is Trish Stratus. And to me, that is 100% Stratusfaction.
Trish Stratus.
Trish would return to the ring for the first ever Women's Royal Rumble. Since that time, Stratus has gone on to create several great moments, including a stellar outing with Charlotte at SummerSlam 2019. Trish would originally step away from the ring in 2006 after winning the women's title from longtime foe / friend Lita. Trish looked as comfortable between the ropes as she ever did before upon her return. Remains to be seen, but it's highly likely Trish will go on to have several great matches before she's truly done. Yeah. I mean, Trish Stratus, what more can be said?
I mean, I think Trish Stratus could probably still put on a few good matches. I think she's still got enough left in the gas tank. I mean, she would be what? She'd be in her mid to late 40s now, I think.
Let's find out.
I'm guessing she is 46, 47?
Yep.
Yeah.
She's my age. December 18th, 1975.
Yeah, I thought so, because she's 2 years older than I am.
She's 13 days older than me. So
yeah.
November 25th. Yeah. And still looks damn good.
Oh, hell yeah. Oh, hell yeah. Oh! Reese the Voice Williams looking to put Kenny Omega away. And that is it. That is all, ladies and gentlemen. The winners of the match from Team 3 TBB and 3 TV Reese. They are Reese the Voice Williams and the All-American Uptown B. Henry. Tons of funk. And look at that, the Circle have already lost a matchup tonight when they still have the other half of the Circle ready to do battle later tonight against the Martyrs. Can the roster go 2-0 against the Circle tonight? I mean, everybody's gunning for them. They have managed to paint big, fat targets all over their backs. And tonight they might just pay the price, Glenola.
Oh, yeah. Show me the money.
Show me the money. All right. How dare you?
I just had to say it before Blind Locksmith said it.
Ooh, 56% chose the circle. Well, the winners was Tons of Funk. All right, payout has been issued, and I'll get the betting lines ready for the next matchup. And the next match of the night is for the TWA Free Spirit World Championship. Tony Storm from Stone Cold Storm taking on the Anomaly Tia Stevens from the Wolfpack and Team Tiliana Pierce. This is going to be a barn burner. I've actually been excited for this one all night. The last time these two met was a multi-woman matchup for this very championship, and these two were in the final three of that matchup. I actually said during that match to Glenola that I would like to see Storm versus Stevens down the road. I believe you agreed.
Oh yeah.
So here we are, 1v1, Tony Storm versus Tia Stevens, and imagine if Tony Storm is actually able to pull this one off, because she still has another feud that she's got sneaking up on her in the name of Io Shirai. Still owed a rematch with Tony Storm. So imagine if Tony Storm wins gold here. Io Shirai might be looking at picking up tag team and singles championship gold. And if nobody knows what I'm talking about, last night, Cheers made his infamous debut. And, of course, Cheers' partner is Io Shirai. Now, Shirai did not wrestle with, but came out with.
And that was a hell of a match last night.
Oh, hell yes. Cheers was phenomenal. Of course, a lot of people seem to think that it's tables, and then there's many more that think it is not tables. I'm going to reserve my opinion until we have, once we see him around more, we'll get a better feel. I'll say this. I saw some things in the ring last night that I don't see tables do. But then again, I saw many things that he does do. So, and there's nothing to say that Tables doesn't have an extended repertoire we don't know about. So, I don't know. Joe Ling says, yeah, he chairs Tables, beat Balor for the mixed tag.
But, yeah, no. Chairs are chairs and tables are tables.
That's what I'm saying. Quite often they're made with different materials.
So.
Alright, so who walks out?
Not to mention, as was pointed out last night, where in the hell would Tables hide all that hair in that costume?
Well, that is a valid point. That is a valid point. Alright, so who walks out the TWA Free Spirit World Champion? Is it going to be Tony Storm or Tia Stevens? 5 minutes to make your bets. You fiends, get your wallets open. And there you go. Betting lines are open, and it is showtime and go time. Matchup number 5 of the evening. Tony Storm, Tia Stevens, TWA Free Spirit World Championship. Let's go. All right. Now, where were we?
Well, we're at number 3.
Number 3. Oh, hey. And while you're going over that, I am in need of a beverage. I'm going to be right back.
Okay.
I will be a couple minutes because I'm going to.
Got to go make a coffee for Archer and a coffee for Puppy.
No for Puppy, but I accidentally unplugged my microphone and just scared the crap out of myself. Holy hell. It's a good thing I'm not on camera. Y'all would have got a good laugh at that one. I think I just jumped 3 feet off my couch. Because I was watching a movie before, getting ready to head to the arena and go live for the evening. And so, yeah, that was loud. That was very loud. And I may or may not still have a heart in my chest. But I'll be right back.
Alrighty. Number 3, we have Ricky Steamboat. At WrestleMania 25, Jericho was supposed to wrestle actor Mickey Rourke, who had just started the film The Wrestler. Rourke backed out, so it was decided Jericho would work a handicap match with 3 legends. Legends would be Roddy Piper, Jimmy Snuka, and Ricky Steamboat. While Snuka and Piper did the best they could within their physical limitations, Steamboat would dazzle everyone involved by having a fantastic outing with Jericho. In fact, this was the match where the now infamous "You Still Got It" chant was first used by the attending audience.
This is it, guys. The title is up for grabs here.
And this might be the most highly
Smith, don't do that.
anticipated title defense in recent memory.
Because then you got a big mess to clean up.
This is the last night she carries that title to the ring.
All right, number 2. We kind of have discussed it already a little earlier, but Edge. You know, when Edge's music hit at 2020 Royal Rumble, one of the most emotionally cathartic moments in recent history. Edge had been forced into retirement in 2011, and it was assumed he would never be able to compete again. Since that time, Edge has gone on to have multiple Match of the Year candidates. The level that Edge is currently performing at is virtually unfathomable. He has cemented his legacy as one of the all-time greats and continues to outdo himself, which he has. Edge is, you know, truly one of the greats in that ring.
The anomaly, Tia Stevens.
Yeah, it is kind of cool to know the origin, ain't it? And number 1, we have Sting.
As to who's leaving this match with the title around their waist.
The story of a man called Sting almost seems like a comic book level fiction. 62 years old, he's still competing inside the ring. Even more impressive, he's working some of the most well-conditioned and talented stars today in AEW. I think we're going to let Archer have a say on that particular setup. Sting is an absolutely timeless gem, continues to defy logic. No telling how long the ride is going to last, but we would be well informed to enjoy it as it does, because we are witnessing Sting create history as we speak. You know, as for his return, amazing. I didn't see the AEW one because I don't watch AEW, but I did watch his return when he went to TNA Impact. And then, of course, you had the return to the WWE. Or, you know, his entry to the WWE, however you want to say it. But the Impact return, that was amazing.
Storm escapes damage.
Yeah. So we're going to let Archer get a little say to this first about Sting.
What do you think is going to be the key to Tony Storm getting the upper hand here tonight? Tony time isn't just a catch.
Yeah, I don't even watch AEW, so I don't know, but
forcing her opponent to work her style of match.
you know, this match is awesome. Of course, Tia Stevens, one of the members of the Wolf Pack. The Anomaly is a great talent in that ring. Yeah. Of course, tag team partner with Stephanie Wolf, or with Jennifer Wolf.
Holy moly!
Slam! Not target of the arm. Storm reverses it.
Oh man, look at that deadlift. You know, the military press.
Take a look at this.
Neck breaker. Oh, new champ. 1, 2. She was close to the end there.
Close call. That was almost lights out.
Sorry, I wasn't done with my beverage, but I could hear my name a couple times from over yonder, so I thought I'd take a pause in brewing my coffee and come see what's going on. What's shaking?
Well, number 2 was Edge, which we already discussed Edge.
Right.
But number 1 was Sting with his AEW.
with AEW.
His AEW return.
His AEW return, first of all, wasn't a surprise at all. They've been talking about it for weeks up to the lead-up, and it was actually a big epic fail as far as presentation when he did return. I thought it was stink. Sting was stink.
Even more impressive, he's working with some of the most well-conditioned and talented stars today.
Joe Link, I would love to sign Thunder Rosa to the Archiverse. And of course, with some of the new redemptions, you can now claim superstars. For anybody that doesn't think they're around often enough to actually have a wrestler and sign a wrestler to a contract and become a streamer team, you can still become part of the team by claiming a wrestler. Far less maintenance that way, right? That's always been a possibility, just nobody does it. That's why I try to keep the greatest of the superstars on the roster. We have streamer teams, and we've got the global superstars. I mean, we've got people now starting to claim wrestlers, but for a long time, people have just overlooked the claim a wrestler. What's it called, Lola? What's the redemption for claiming a wrestler?
The redemption.
Well, you can't claim RVD, Brian Locksmith, because he has not been even inked to a contract.
Claim a superstar.
Oh, it is called claim.
5,000 Archer bucks.
That's right, yep. And you can claim any of the global superstars, and if there's ever a case where there's a superstar that's being retired, they will be offered up eventually in auction, so to speak, so the people can claim them as well. Otherwise, they simply get put on the shelf until the streamer team has more time.
Rather than having a wrestler built, perhaps you have a favorite wrestler you'd like to manage. Once redeemed, you can claim any superstar on the roster for 30 days.
Yep.
Excludes streamer wrestlers.
Yep. But if people start doing it more often, I'll increase it to longer than 30 days. 30 days is a short amount of time. How much is it?
5,000.
5,000. So for 5,000, you guys should get at least 2 months of a superstar, I think. I think that's fair. 30 days is not. 30 days is nothing. 30 days isn't even a storyline around here. You know what I mean?
In a lot of cases.
Right? I mean, we've got story. I mean, technically. Oh! Wow, that is it. That is all. The winner of the match by submission. And still, TWA, Free Spirit Champion from Team Tiliana Pierce, representing the Wolfpack, the Anomaly, Tia Stevens. And look at this, we can sign a little show of respect from these two ladies. No, sir. Tony Storm says, fuck you, bitch. I'll be back.
And I just tripled my money because I was the only one to put money on Tia Stevens.
All right, I'll issue. Did you really? You were the only one? Wow, that is harsh.
I put 1,000 on Stevens, and there's 2,000 on Tony Storm.
Wow. That was a great match, too. I mean, it wasn't a very long match, but I mean, they both gave it their all. I mean, just Tia Stevens came out, at the end of it, she came out on top, but that was a back and forth matchup. I was very enjoyable.
Actually, Tia Stevens tried to show a little sportsmanship, and it got slapped away.
Right. All right. Next match of the night for the WCW Women's United States Championship. And, of course, that championship still held by the Gremlin Wolf, Jennifer Wolf, even though she has been inked to an Archiverse contract. Again, the Wolfpack now spreading 2 brands. And tonight, she is putting that championship on the line against the Queen of the Ring, Charlotte Flair, and, of course, the newer of the contenders in the women's division, Liv Morgan. And, of course, this is going to be one hell of a matchup, so you're going to want to open those wallets, open those fat wallets, and make a big, gigantic bet. Take a stand, pick a side. Who's it going to be, Liv Morgan, Charlotte Flair, or Jennifer Wolf?
And, Froggy points out beautifully, 30 days is kind of short, but you can get those points back pretty quick. It was 30 just for the Poindexter Warlord story.
Fair.
Yeah.
All right, so who walks out the WCW Women's United States champ?
And I'm trying to remember, but I think the Tables Wolfpack went for 2 months.
I think it might have spanned closer to 3, wasn't it?
Was it? I'm not sure exactly.
Tony lost again. I know why lost, but that's what I'm saying. Do you really want Io Shirai to have you still want her to kick Tony's ass, or do you want Io Shirai to be facing somebody with, you know, well, a better record as of late? It's up to yourself. If you've still got unfinished business and you want Io Shirai to go in there and kick Tony Storm's ass, we'll make that happen, baby. No problem. All right, so who walks out the WCW Women's United States Champion? Is it going to be Liv Morgan, Charlotte Flair, or the reigning defending champion, the Gremlin Wolf, Jennifer Wolf from Team Granola? 5 minutos to make your bets. And there we go, the betting lines are open, and we're going to get this 6th matchup underway. WCW Women's United States Championship on the line falls. Count anywhere, baby, let's go. And I'm going to go get my coffee now because you fuckers interrupted me. I thought there was something important going on. I thought maybe we had bots or trolls or something. I was wondering. I was like, they can handle trolls and bots. What do they need me for? All the way back with you. Stop looking at me, giant puppy. I said it out loud, and now he's looking at me like, you know, he wants a treat. He wants a treat now. No, sir. Lay down. Not happening. Stay away from my coffee. How dare you? Stop looking at me like that. I should go look at your bowl, see how you like it. Dick. Alright, so here we go. WCW Women's United States Championship on the line. Let's go. And I'm going to go retrieve my coffee that you guys would not let me retrieve. I'll be right back.
TBS says it was almost 3 months. Alrighty, so of course this match here, I have to vote. I have to support the Gremlin Wolf, the other half of the ladies of the Wolf Pack. Yeah, he said it. You can't blame us on this one.
Here comes the self-proclaimed juvenile delinquent.
Okay. So, I have a reluctant compliments from the co-host. Which is actually kind of difficult for me because I compliment Archer all the time. You know, he has the best wrestling promotion on Twitch. I find it a lot better than the stuff out there. You know, most places have out there. You know, at the professional level. You know, like WWE, TNA, AEW, Ring of Honor, all that. Okay, TBS. Hopefully you don't, disappear too badly. But every day Archer works extremely hard to put on a better show each day. You know, with each show. You know, people don't really see the work he puts in behind the scenes, and try to come up with just the ultimate matches. You know, create a card that, while entertaining, isn't going to be overwhelming.
You can see in the eyes of each individual.
So he put.
I have returned just in time, I see.
Salute him for the work he puts into this show. You know, day in and day out, and I think everyone should give him a thank you for that.
Sorry, what did I miss?
I was just giving you the reluctant compliments you redeemed.
I was going to say, the last thing I read was, I think my hotspot package is running out, so if I disappear for a minute, that's it.
Twisted ecstasy while punishing their adversary.
Nope, I was just giving you your compliments you redeemed.
I appreciate that.
And unlike Woozy, I'm not going to repeat them. You'll have to go back and watch the VOD.
To go back and watch the VOD.
Sometimes you have to embrace the darkness.
Archer works his ass off to make things run smooth, and he doesn't do it to promote his own guy like most people would.
Exactly.
Well, you do see that happen a lot. Which is why I like Dogface's channel. Like, they don't operate the same way we do, but they do have an exciting universe over there. He doesn't promote his own guy either, and he makes sure he puts over every one of his viewers and streamers that have characters progressing through his universe. It's a good time over there. He's a very nice guy, and he's always very humble and constantly advertising the Archerverse when I'm there too, so he's very much appreciated. But this show has become what it is because of everybody involved. It isn't because of any one person in general, and it is a lot of fun, and we will continue to raise the bar each and every time we have an outing, because we have a status to hold as the very best in fantasy wrestling excellence, bar none, period. And I think we continue to prove that.
I do too.
By the way, did anybody notice we've actually surpassed 1,400 followers now?
No, I hadn't noticed that. That is awesome.
We have now surpassed 1,400 followers. Blind Locksmith says, I think Archer hacked one of the frogs. Oh, some big, heavy right hands back and forth between Flair and the Gremlin Wolf here.
Yeah, I know on my channel, I constantly mention that the Archerverse is the best fantasy wrestling promotion I have ever found.
The Glenolaverse is one of my favorite places to hide.
Well, I'm glad, yeah. That one.
That one. Oh! What a move by Jennifer Wolf. She's going after Flair now. Look at this gut-wrench powerbomb. Beautiful. Jennifer Wolf on fire here as she attempts to defend her WCW United States Championship. Wow, look at that. Judo throw to an elbow drop to the sternum. That is vicious. Going right after Flair again, but this time Flair catches it. Oh, snuck out the back door. Jennifer Wolf, very aware in that ring tonight. She is on point, not missing a beat in there. Wow. What? I mean, the Wolfpack are creating monsters. The referee running around the ring instead of counting that 3 count there. Wow! That is it. That is all, ladies and gentlemen. Literally, single-handedly took out Flair and Liv Morgan at the same time. What a dominant performance. But the winner of the match from Team Glenola, representing the Wolfpack, the Gremlin Wolf, Jennifer Wolf, is your reigning, defending, undisputed WCW Women's United States Champion. Wow, what a match.
That was a hell of a match.
That was awesome. I mean, to watch Jennifer Wolf keep going back and forth, attacking Liv Morgan, then going right after Flair to make sure she's, making sure she's incapacitated at the same time. I was just curious of who she was going to pin. At that point, I was just curious about who she was going to pin. It didn't matter. My money was on the Gremlin Wolf. Looks like everybody else was too. Well, not everybody, but most.
Nope.
All right. Payment has been issued.
Half went to the Gremlin Wolf. Half split between the other 2.
All right. Still the reigning, defending U.S. champ. And here we go. Let's see if Team The Ornery Knight and Team Tony USP can make sure their boys are successful in their campaign to see the Circle go down 2-0 tonight in their attempts to pick up victories. It is the Martyrs, the future Anthony Draven, and the Omega, Marshall Omega, taking on MJF and Chris Jericho. And of course, they've got their cronies, Adam Hangman Page and Kenny Omega, in tow. WCW World Tag Team Championships are on the line. That is the next match of the night. Matchup number 7. Let's go. Let's get the betting lines open. By the way, if do you have another list, or?
Well, I did find one.
Okay. When you're done that one, I actually have one we'll cover after that. It's just a quick one, though.
No, you go ahead with yours.
All right, we'll do yours last then. Mine's a quick one. I'm going to open the betting lines, though, first.
Yeah, and I can always hold off on this list for another day, too. So.
Well, depending on how long it takes to get through this one, yeah. That's the thing about the list, is sometimes we get caught up watching the matches and you forget you're supposed to be doing the list.
Well, considering originally we did one list before the show, and then we started doing one list during the first match, and now we're doing...
Right?
Yeah, we're doing 50 lists.
Between the rope segment just extends through the whole program these days. You know what, though? Everybody loves it. People love the historical facts. They love the intriguing articles that we bring to them. So it's actually just part of the show now. And we still get our play-by-play and our commentary on the matchups. We're maybe not be covering the matches as much as we used to, but how often do you want to hear me say, "Oh my God, another body slam"? So I mean, we're delivering facts to the masses. This is a pro wrestling show.
First off, I did beat the swear jar.
Oh, you did. That is ghastly. You guys can't do a better job of flipping a swear jar right on him? Come on, man. How many often do you do that to me?
I
feel like you're not trying very hard.
I do have a joke.
Ooh, do you?
Me
all right.
Earlier.
All right.
So, let's see. I gotta find one real quick. All right, well, while you're doing that, I'm opening the betting lines right now.
And here we go. 5 minutes to make your bets. Who's walking out? The WCW World Tag Team Champions. The Martyrs or the Circle? We're going to find out. It is showtime and go time. WCW World Tag Team Championships on the line. Let's go.
All right.
And so far, I think only one winner of a lottery tonight. I think it's fair to say that the Punisher is going to win that. Being 3 points away from that 7-3-9. Marshall Omega, of course, the reigning, defending TWA Free Spirit Champion. Marshall Omega and Tia Stevens, the two that hold the honors of holding those championships. The Martyrs. Marshall Omega and Anthony Draven making their ways to the ring.
All right. You know, Johnny's watching his mom rub cold cream on her face and asks her, "Why are you rubbing that stuff on your face, Mom?" His mother replies, "To make myself beautiful, Johnny." A few minutes later, she starts rubbing the cream off her face with a tissue, and Johnny says to her, "What is the matter? Are you giving up?"
That's actually funny. That is actually funny. All right. Okay, so my list is by Abiz and was posted by Team Autobiz. I guess it was done by more than one person. And it is the top 10 WWE Superstar expensive cars. So, WWE fighters and their most exclusive cars. World Wrestling Entertainment, better known as WWE, has been a popular entertainment sports company for a long time now, and has made several wrestlers into worldwide stars who are now known by almost everyone not living in a cave. Many of these wrestlers and stars also own some flashy vehicles that they use as their daily drives. Here's a peek into the garages of some of the most well-known WWE wrestlers. Am I giving up? Wait, what? What? Who's giving up what?
He's just laughing at the punchline.
Oh, okay. I thought maybe he had told a joke as well and nobody was paying attention. I was going to say, wait a minute, I'm the only one paying attention? That doesn't sound right at all. At all. I mean, if that ever happens, how dare all of you? You know what? I need a new emote that says, "How dare you?"
Yeah, that'd be a complete opposite of the
Mr.
show.
T, are you lurking? Mr. T. What's today? Thursday, because it's WCW Starrcade. He is not streaming. He may be spending some wifey time, actually. I will send Mr. T a message. I need a new emote that says, "How dare you?" We've had Ghastly forever, but we've never had "How dare you." Two of the most popular words you ever hear here. Ghastly and "How dare you." And we, of course, have Van in the chat.
But, Archer, you know, if you were the only one paying attention to the chat and he sets a reverse, nobody would know what to do. Because usually we're all paying attention to the chat, and you're the one that ignores it.
I would think that the multiverse was collapsing or something at that point, to be fair. The multiverse is colliding, and everything is going to be destroyed. The events that will transpire following an event that Archer is the only one actually paying attention. All right, so number 10 is Hulk Hogan, his Dodge Challenger SRT Hellcat. So Hulk Hogan is popular because of his unique fighting style and Whoa. Anyway, and of course his colorful outfits. He has good taste when it comes to cars, though. It is mostly limited to American muscle cars. He owns a number of muscle cars from different eras. Among the latest entrants in his garage is a Dodge Challenger Demon, which he did a top speed run on an airstrip He removed the speed limiter that limited the vehicle's top speed to 160 miles per hour. Without the speed limiter, the Dodge Challenger Demon can reach up to 203 miles per hour or 326 kilometers per hour. That's crazy. Number 9, Brock Lesnar, a Chevrolet Suburban. Brock Edward Lesnar is an American professional wrestler, retired mixed martial artist, and former professional football player. He is currently signed to the professional wrestling promotion WWE, where in storyline he is considered a free agent, which allows him to appear on any of WWE's programs. He owns a Chevrolet Suburban, which is a very popular car in USA. Chevrolet Suburban has more cargo space, 6.2-liter V8 and diesel engine are delightful. Agile for its considerable size. I mean, I know for a fact he owns more vehicles than that, so why they chose that, I'm not really sure. I mean, we went from an SRT Hellcat Demon to a Suburban. How weird is that? Number 8 on the list, Number 8 on the list, Randy Orton has a Hummer H2. Randall Keith Orton is an American professional wrestler and actor. He is currently signed to WWE, where he performs on the Raw brand as one half of the Raw Tag Team Champions with Riddle in their first reign. This popular wrestler has a Hummer H2 in the garage. The Hummer H2 is one of the most desired SUVs in the world. It was launched in 2002, and since then, it has created a segment of its own in the four-wheeler industry. The latest model came equipped with a 6.2-liter V8 engine. The Hummer H2 is available in 2 variants, crew cab and SUV. The Great Khali in a Toyota Land Cruiser. Oh, way to spend that money. A Toyota Land Cruiser. I'm not saying it's not a great vehicle for the average person. First of all, shouldn't he have like an African bull elephant or something to get around? That man is huge. How is he even getting in that thing? What is he doing, riding in the back seat? I don't know, it's like an episode of the Police Academy. Anyways, Hightower ripped out the seat, remember? Yeah.
Oh, yes. I knew exactly what scene you're referring to.
So Massive Khali needs massive SUV, but unfortunately there are very few SUVs in India that fit Khali. The first car in his collection is the big Toyota Land Cruiser, and it is a big vehicle, but I wouldn't say it's that big. The cost of the car is around RS 1.50 crore. I have no idea what that is. That must be Indian currency. Like, they're not even going to explain that. Okay. Anyway, somebody's going to have to do the math on that one. Anyway, this Toyota Fortuner offers 4.4-liter V8 cylinder diesel engine, which generates 381 horsepower and 401 Nm of torque, and the car gives fuel efficiency of 11 kmpl. The car can reach top speeds of 190 kilometers an hour and can reach 0 to 100 in 7.4 seconds. Now, I don't know why that would matter in a vehicle like that. You know, I don't think there's going to be a time while you're driving that vehicle that you're going to get from 0 to 100 in 7.4 seconds. But okay. Okay. Number 6 on the list, Roman Reigns, a Mercedes-Benz V-Class. Indian currency is the rupee, isn't it? Well, that's what I thought, so I don't know what the hell they're talking about there. That's exactly what I thought, is the rupee there. So anyways, Lenny Joseph Inouye's Samoan-American professional wrestler, actor, and former professional gridiron football player. He is currently signed to WWE, who performs on the SmackDown brand under the ring name Roman Reigns, and is the current WWE Universal Champion in his second reign. The V-Class is the most luxurious van till the date from the premium manufacturer Mercedes-Benz. Powering the V-Class is a 2-liter 4-cylinder turbo diesel engine that generates 163 horsepower and 380 Nm. It gets a 9-speed automatic gearbox, where the other 2 variants get a 7-speed one. The company claims that it will get to 100 kph, which is kilometers per hour, in 11 seconds. I mean, that's not all that impressive, but it is a very beautiful car, though. Very beautiful vehicle.
Let's see, 100 kph, that's what, about 50 miles an hour?
100 kilometers per hour would be about 62 miles an hour.
Is it? I'm trying to remember, because I was thinking it was like...
62, 65, something like that.
Or something. So let's just find out for sure. But that's still, that's...
Yeah. Number 5, we've actually got a real car here. Bill Goldberg sitting at number 5, a Shelby Cobra. Now it's a replica, but it's a Shelby Cobra. Of course it's a replica, because good luck finding an original, and if you do, you better have the money to fix that puppy up, because that's going to be worth a dime. William Scott Goldberg, better known mononymously as Goldberg, is an American professional wrestler, actor, and former American football player. He is currently signed to WWE, where he performs part-time on the Raw brand. He is best known for his time in World Championship Wrestling, better known as WCW and WWE. Okay, they didn't even talk about the car. Good for them. Okay, so I guess what we take from that is, I mean, it's a replica. I wouldn't talk about it either. It's a replica.
A Shelby Cobra. Do you really need to say anymore?
Right. That's all that matters. I mean, it just goes without saying. It's a Shelby Cobra. He's trying to compensate.
I mean, Shelby made some of the best.
Yeah. The Shelby Mustang was badass too. Sure was. They just like Goldberg. Yeah, right? No kidding. By the way, I don't know if anybody's paying attention to this matchup, but what a back and forth slobber knocker between these two teams so far. Not one of them have had the upper hand thus far. Battling it out for control, but what a brutal matchup so far. What a bunch of savages the Circle and the Martyrs are. This is going to be very interesting to see who comes out on top. Wow, holy shit. No sooner do I say it. The winners of the match, ladies and gentlemen, and new WCW World Tag Team Champions from Team The Ornery Knight and Team Tony USP. They are the Martyrs, the Omega Marshall Omega, and the future Anthony Draven. Wow. I didn't think we were even close to it. Did anybody else find that very peculiar? I did not think we were anywhere near close to an ending there. What a big win for the Martyrs. Wow.
Actually, when Jericho missed that elbow drop, I had a feeling that was the turning point.
The Circle lost both their matches tonight. That is fantastic, and everybody can breathe just a little easier now. They no longer have their greasy little mitts all over those WCW World Tag Team Championships. The Martyrs, suddenly the saviors of WCW.
Yep.
And before we finish the list, I'm going to go ahead and give you the payout for that.
Yeah, give me and Froggy our money.
Show me the money. All right, so the Martyrs, new WCW World Tag Team Champions. And we'll get their betting lines ready for the next match of the evening, the main event of the main card. And then, ladies and gentlemen, we debut a new match and a brand new championship. The TWA King of the Cage Championship has been trending worldwide, as has the Chamber of Pain. And don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, the participants of the Chamber of Pain walk in to a giant steel structure, get locked inside of pods except for two members. They start the night off 1v1. The only way to win the Chamber of Pain is to knock every single one of your opponents out cold. That is it. That is all. It's knockout or be knocked out. It is going to be fire. But speaking of fire, this next matchup, the main event of the evening, the Professor Poindexter, Big Money Marcus Stevens, both representing the Wolfpack, which, by the way, is very sketchy. I'm just saying, after some of the things that have transpired lately, we got two members of the Wolfpack in the main event here, both going for that TNT Championship. How about that? Cody Rhodes, though, the American Nightmare, no slouch, and he is more than up to the challenge that the Wolfpack has to dish out. But can he avoid getting bitten by two rabid wolves? We're going to find out. This is triple threat elimination style matchup. Falls count anywhere. It is almost go time, but let's get those betting lines open. All right. So who walks out the WCW TNT champion?
Oh, now this is a hard one. Choose between Poindexter and Marcus Stevens.
Wow.
You know.
Joe Link says the Wolfpack have a 66.66666% chance to win. I just wanted to correct his math. Sorry. I mean, I had to do it before Froggy did.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you talked about suspect, but the Wolfpack does not hesitate to fight each other.
They do not.
In fact, the Wolfpack enjoys fighting each other because they know they are fighting the best of the best.
Valid point. Alright, so who is walking out the WCW TNT champion? Is it going to be the Professor Poindexter, Big Money Marcus Stevens, both members representing the Wolfpack, one from Team Froggy Mothlegs, the other from Team Tiliana Pierce, and of course the reigning, defending, undisputed WCW TNT champion, the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. The betting lines are open right now, so you have 5 minutes. Open those big fat wallets. Who do you got winning this matchup? Who is taking home the gold? We're going to find out. Triple threat elimination, falls count anywhere, WCW TNT Championship. Let's go! All right, while these guys are making their way to the ring, we have a list to finish. All right, so number 4 on the list, Stone Cold Steve Austin. Now, of course, we know he has many other vehicles, but they chose this one. A Range Rover Vogue. Stone Cold, a.k.a. Steve Austin. I don't know why they felt the need to put a.k.a. Steve Austin. That's kind of weird, right?
Yeah.
Apparently his name is Stone Cold, and they call him Steve Austin. Is still a well-known name in the world of wrestling. The former wrestler owns a number of SUVs which suit his build. I'm assuming that might say which suit his build, but anyway. Among them is the gray Range Rover. Autobiography seen above. The garage includes quite a few vintage models and a 1995 Ford Bronco, too. The Range Rover, however, is his most preferred SUV among all of his vehicles. Stone Cold owns British luxury SUV Range Rover Vogue. Vogue produces turbocharged inline 6 or a thundering 523 horsepower twin turbo V8 engine. Okay, so that's a little bit impressive for an SUV. I mean, what do I say about that? All right, number 3 here, Triple H, the Game, the Cerebral Assassin, the King of Kings, has a Rolls-Royce Phantom.
Wow.
A Rolls-Royce Phantom. One of the most sought-after Rolls-Royces since the beginning of production of Rolls-Royces. So Paul Michael Levesque, better known by the ring name Triple H, is an American professional wrestler, a business executive, and actor. I would say actor very loosely. Just saying.
I don't know. I kind of liked him in
Blade Trinity. Yeah, Blade Trinity.
Blade Trinity. Yeah, I kind of enjoyed him in there.
I love the Blade movies. I really hope they finally pull their heads out of their asses and make some more Blade movies. There's a few different actors they could utilize. But anyway, that's a conversation for another evening. So he is currently signed to WWE, is the Executive Vice President of Global Talent Strategy and Development of WWE. He is also creator and executive producer of the WWE brand NXT. Triple H also owns a black Rolls-Royce Phantom and uses it often. The retired wrestler owns an older generation Phantom. The luxury sedan is powered by a massive 6.75-liter V12 engine that generates a maximum of 453 bore horsepower, 720 Nm. That's crazy.
Wow. I wonder if that's one of the ones they used, the Rolls-Royce made for planes.
I think that might be, yeah.
Yeah, some of the earlier fighter planes were using Rolls-Royce car engines.
Foggy says Triple H was the bomb in Phantom.
And Distinct Code.
Yo, DC! Welcome on into episode number 347. The VIP of Archer's Army in the house. How you doing, DC? I know you've had a bit of a rough go over the past few days. Hopefully things are settling just a little bit.
These superstars seem eager to go after each other.
DC! The VIP. The original VIP. Because we were not allowed to give DC mod status here. She had to have her diamond. We tried, believe me. On a couple of occasions, she threatened to send Rose Brewer after us. We just backed off. Like, that's just not something we can have. I mean, not even Alan Severn wanted any part of that shit. You know? It's Rose Brewer.
I'm finding the frogs here, DC. How are you doing?
Thinking pays off. Caught with a lariat. Look at this. Boom. Nice. And he's able to reverse. He's reminding his competition that they'll only ever be second best.
Okay, I wonder why Marcus was just kind of standing there.
I was actually kind of wondering the same thing. I was like, what's going on right now?
Superstar going into a triple threat match. You absolutely
Now
need
it's
superior
Poindexter
level
just kind of...
Far too often we've seen superstars forget about the other opponent and they end up getting blindsided.
Definitely not
Anyways,
where you wanna be right now.
so number 2 on this list is John Cena and the Incinerator. So John Felix Anthony Cena. I feel all warm and fuzzy inside now that I know his full name. I mean, I hope everybody else feels much better knowing that his middle name is Felix Anthony. But anyways, is an American professional wrestler, actor, television presenter, and former rapper currently signed to WWE. Widely regarded as one of the greatest professional wrestlers of all time, he is tied with Ric Flair for the most world championship reigns in professional wrestling history. Taking a look, actually they put talking look to its most expensive car he owns. It's supposed to be taking a look at its most expensive car that he owns is the Incinerator, which they nicknamed the Incinerator. And they don't even go on to discuss the vehicle. So just like Bill Goldberg, they just felt like they needed to talk about John Cena. Do you want to look up the Incinerator, INCERATOR, and see if we can get a little information on that vehicle, because they decided they didn't want to give it to us. And while you're at it, you may as well pull up the Shelby Cobra replica and see what it offered, because they talked about Bill Goldberg and not the vehicle. So.
Okay. Ooh.
Oh, look at this. Double team work by the Wolfpack. That is ghastly. See what I'm talking about? This is not like they're pretending. Look, oh, he's shadow boxing, missing here. Look at that. He hits one, he misses one. He hits one, he misses one. Total rubbish. This is a coup they're trying to pull on Cody Rhodes. They're trying to confuse him so they can take him out. That's what this is all about. The Wolfpack is very good at the mental warfare games.
Okay. I will say I kind of like the look of it.
Yeah, which one?
Cena's car.
The Incinerator? Yeah, it's it's flashy looking.
The actual incinerator.
Yeah, which is like a performance. It's a high performance muscle vehicle.
Yeah. This article says worst custom car ever. The John Cena Incinerator. Yeah, so I'm just kind of looking at this and, look-wise, I like the look.
I mean, I'm really enjoying watching Marcus and Poindexter supposedly duking it out here. And here we go. Again, they're going to systematically take out Cody Rhodes, which is the main objective here, right? This is all a coup. The Wolfpack looking to take home the TNT Championship. It is going to be no easy task, though. The American Nightmare is a formidable champion, a fighting champion. And then, so what does it have in it for an engine?
That's what I'm looking for.
Yeah.
It looks like at its heart, it's basically a C4 Corvette.
Well, yeah, that's exactly what it is, yeah. Wow. Poindexter just got laid out. Wow, he kicked out of that. I thought for sure Cody Rhodes was going to be going 1v1 with big money, but Poindexter somehow managed to kick out of that. Cody Rhodes trips up Marcus Stevens on the top turnbuckle, but ooh, big monstrous headbutt. That was vicious. Some ruthless aggression coming out of Big Money. Poindexter now going back after Big Money. And he spears him. Look at this, he's covering up Big Money, no way. Oh, Big Money just kicked out in time. Poindexter just about eliminated his own teammate there. I mean, to be fair, if they eliminate Cody Rhodes, one of them is going to have to eliminate one another anyways. But you think they would take out Cody Rhodes first. I mean, Alan Severin's got to be shaking his head right now.
Hey.
Oh, Crossroads. Big Money in trouble now.
As long as they're fighting it, and fighting well. Hey.
Marcus Stevens has been eliminated. It is down to Cody Rhodes, the American Nightmare, and the Professor, Poindexter. Who's walking out the TNT champion, guys? Who did you bet for? I'm not looking at the chat room, so I can't tell you. And if you're not actively in the chat, I can't tell you anyways. But if you are, I can see that Froggy Mothlegs has that number 1 beside him. Joe Link has that number 3 beside him. There's a lot of 3s and 1s. So it looks like a lot of people going for Poindexter and the American Nightmare.
I went with Poindexter. Actually, 83% Professor, 16% Big Money, 2% the American Nightmare.
Wow. Oh, Poindexter kicked out. Wow. Cody Rhodes is giving it his all, but the Professor just keeps coming back. He is like the Terminator, except for much smaller and less intimidating, but he keeps coming back. The Terminator, never mind. Forget it. Joe Link, it is not funny.
And I can't find any information on the motor or anything like that.
Oh, he missed the double axe handle. Cody Rhodes walked right underneath it. Did you see that? Hit Poindexter with a over-the-head suplex by his head. I mean, that is just savage. Is anybody else, though, besides me, still in awe of the accomplishments of the Professor Poindexter? I mean, he weighs $105. The talents, the agility, the speed, and the technical, he's a technical prowess. I mean, it's amazing what he accomplishes in there. Takes on all comers at all times. Caught the eye of one of the greatest in the business, Alan Severn, formed a faction with him. Incredible. Just incredible. Oh, made him eat the canvas. Oh, and he's got a Fujiwara armbar locked in tight here. The champion in trouble. Oh, Poindexter let him out. That's weird. Oh, he speared him right in the middle of the squared circle. That might be it. No, sir. The champion kicks out. Poindexter. Oh, nice reversal by the American Nightmare. Northern Light suplex, and now Cody Rhodes stalking the Professor. Here we go. Crossroads. That's likely going to do it. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. No! Poindexter kicks out again. Wow. That is amazing. That is amazing, but he is in trouble. He is being stalked by the American Nightmare. And another Crossroads. No way he's kicking out of that one. That is it. That is all. Wow. Are you shitting me? That's amazing. I thought for sure Poindexter was... Wow, Cody Rhodes missed. Poindexter staggered out of the way. Literally staggered out of the way, and Cody Rhodes landed with nobody home. And look at this. It was enough time for recuperation by the Professor, and look at that. Poindexter back on the attack. Oh, rolling neck snap. That'll give him some whiplash. And look at this, the Professor going upstairs. Air up Poindexter. Let's go. Wow. Landed a big flying elbow right to the throat, by the way. Not to the chest. He landed that right to the throat of the American Nightmare. Oh, look at this. German suplex. He's going for another. That is 2. And he is going for the trifecta and nails it. He nails it. Oh, Rhodes kicks out. Man, guys, what a match this is. WCW TNT Championship on the line. Oh, Cody Rhodes hoisted him up. Wow. That is probably going to do it. No. Wow. Poindexter kicked out again.
Well, you grow up in a family that beats each other hell and back for the fun of it.
Holy shit, a third Crossroads. No way he's kicking out of that. That is it, guys. That is it. The winner of the match, ladies and gentlemen, and still WCW TNT champion. And by the way, let's not forget, Cody Rhodes is not even part of the WCW roster anymore. He was traded to the Archivers quietly around the same time Jennifer Wolf and Tia Stevens were. And they happened to be champions when they left and are still champions. But because they hold those belts, if they are called to the show to defend their titles, they must go. It's not like the world title, where if they get the world title, they have that for a month. With the TNT Championship and the United States Championship, if you get called to action, you've got to defend.
Congratulations to Cody Rhodes. That was a hell of a title defense.
That was.
And congratulations, Froggy, Team Froggy Lost Legs with Poindexter for putting on a hell of a match. You know, Poindexter is one of the toughest people around, in the Archerverse.
Agreed. Somehow. I mean, I don't know how. I mean, he's either related to Popeye, although he looks more like olive oil, to be fair. But he's definitely eating some spinach that's laced with steroids, because I don't understand how a dude, Buck 05, dressed like a cross between Marty McFly and Doc Brown, swoops into a wrestling ring facing giants and mammoths and dinosaurs and manages to not just pick up victories but become a champion multiple times, a tag champion, part of one of the greatest factions in Archerverse history. It is incredible. But, well, Cody Rhodes, the reigning defending champ, he is just that damn good.
When you start, trying to fight two of your uncles as a 13-year-old, and they don't hold back, well, you learn to be a tough motherfucker.
Now, it says Elimination Chamber. I don't know why the video production didn't put the correct verbiage in there. This is the Chamber of Pain. It is to introduce the brand new TWA King of the Cage Championship. And again, the only time you'll ever see that championship defended is inside a steel cage, an Archerverse lockdown matchup, a Hell in a Cell, or a chamber matchup of some type. Tonight, a star-studded cast of former rivals and champions. Team J Negative Gaming, Team Joe Link, Team I'm Just Key. And by the way, if nobody knows I'm Just Key, you got to climb out from underneath that rock, baby. He covers the ungodly hours of the mornings, but you can always check his VOD. He is actually a partner here on Twitch and been a long-time huge supporter of the Archerverse, so go check out his channel, click his follow button, and make sure he knows that the supporters of the Archerverse are still supporting I'm Just Key, even though he's famous and a partner now. Of course, I'm there every morning anyways, be cracking skulls, and a bunch of us like to show up in the mornings, usually when I'm putting my girls on the bus for school. It's summertime now, but still we are up because the girls still think it's school time. So we're up early even in the summer. So we still catch I'm Just Key's programs. He is a variety streamer. He is an amazing guy. He has content on YouTube, content on Twitch. He is a partner on Twitch. He is looking to become monetized on YouTube, and he is a fantastic person, so you definitely want to check him out. I think it's just !key. I believe it's !key. If we want to try that. Even though you just shouted them out anyways. But I believe the command should still be there. No? Did it work? I can't tell. I don't have the dashboard open. Hold on. No, it didn't. That's weird. That is very strange. I'll have to look into that. Well, I guess the original share will have to do that, won't it? But yeah, so I'm Just Key is a fantastic human being and a longtime supporter of the Archerverse. One of the three from the place to be, Trigger Talk TV, which I'm hoping make their podcast re-debut again shortly. Next on the list, the Blind Locksmith, Team Glenola, and of course, last but not least, our good buddy and friend, Team Christian Cool. We have the Soul Man, Jay Simmons, the Phenom, Joe Lincoln, the villain of the Archerverse, Kareem Keywoods, Tables, the hardcore icon, the Wolfman, and of course, the Iceman, Christian Hart. This is going to be one hell of a matchup. This is the first ever Chamber of Pain match and the debut of the TWA King of the Cage Championship. And if you haven't seen it before, and you haven't already seen it on Discord, and you didn't see it while it was trending on Twitter worldwide, you're going to see it here in just a few minutes, up close and personal for the first time. It is a gorgeous championship, and these guys are going to look to knock each other out cold for the right to hold that new championship belt. Yep. I have to get the betting line open, though, of course.
Oh, yeah. Each one of these superstars have been dominant at one time or another, multiple-time champions. And I'm trying to remember how much history Joe Lincoln has with the rest of them, but every one of these guys beyond that have had great historical rivalries at one point or the other.
Yeah, I was actually saying that in before we got talking about the rest of the teams. Is Glorola's right? Every single member of this right here have been a former champion, or has been in a feud with one of the gentlemen on the screen, or a long time rivalry. Some of these guys, the Soul Man, Kareem Key Woods, Alan Severn, Christian Hart, they've been feuding on and off and had rivalries since the dawn of the Archerverse. So there's a lot of history, a lot of bad blood, I'm telling you. And with the additions of the Phenom and the Hardcore Icon, this is going to be a slobber knocker, a barn burner, and a thrill ride all wrapped up into one chamber of pain.
When the Wolfman suggested this match to management, Tables was one of the top people on his list to be in this match. That's how much respect he has for Tables as a competitor. He was up there with J.D. Simmons, who, we've talked about many times, put Alan Severn through one of the most grueling matches he's ever had. Christian Hart.
I was going to say, the Wolfman had several great matches with Christian Hart.
Yeah, Wolfman and Christian Hart go at it for over an hour and push it to the point where a hammerlock is sufficient to end the match. And we joke about Christian Hart losing to a hammerlock, but can you imagine how much damage had to have been inflicted in that hour for a hammerlock to be the submission?
Right.
I think whichever man got hit with a submission would have ended the match.
It wouldn't have mattered. You could have put the finger lock of death on there, and somebody was tapping out. It was a long match. They were fatigued, battered, bloodied, bruised. What a great match. I mean, it wasn't as long and grueling and nearly as taxing, by the way, if you were to ask Alan Severn, as the great match, the notorious match between the Wolfman Alan Severn and the Soul Man Jay Simmons. It was supposed to be just a backstage brawl. They ended up in a locker room. They ended up in Triple H's office. They were in the back hall. They were in the parking lot. Last but not least, those crazy bitches ended up on top of a semi where Soul Man Jay Simmons decided to launch catapult, actually, if you will, the Wolfman 4 times off the top of the semi-truck because the Wolfman just kept climbing the ladder up to the trailer where the Soul Man already had the high ground. We have no idea why, but it's like he was looking to be put down. I don't know. It was weird. But it was one of the greatest and most violent matches in Archerverse history.
It's funny to say because it took something else for the Wolfman, or from Jay Simmons, to finally put the Wolfman down. But I don't think anybody can remember what move actually finished the match. It got overshadowed by the semi-trailer.
Right. Well, actually, I think there was no actual move. So what happened was the Wolfman was down again for the 10th or 11th time, probably at that point. And Simmons was just frustrated and pretty much fatigued, and him too fatigued himself to want to continue with the match. He was literally he threw his hands up and was walking off. And the Wolfman looked up for a second, saw Simmons walk away, and then just said, fuck it, and laid back down, and the ref called the match. But if the Soul Man had went back and stood right in front of the Wolfman, I guarantee you the Wolfman would have got up again.
Probably. It was, like I said, I couldn't remember how the ending happened. I just remember even being thrown off 4 times wasn't enough for the Wolfman to get,
Yeah, it was insane.
Say, fuck it.
Yeah, literally. It was crazy. But anyways, we do have one more person on the list before we start this epic matchup. So I'm going to run through that real quick. The last person on the list is Dwayne Johnson. And Pagani, I don't know if you pronounce it Hirara or Huiara, but it is a sexy and sleek-looking little muscle car. This is one of the most exotic and expensive cars on the planet. Dwayne Johnson cars have got one of... Fuck, I wish they... Why? Does nobody know how to word things properly in an article anymore? Is there no editorial department? There's nobody that looks after this kind of thing before something is published? I've read so much garbage tonight. It is insane. We should start our own website and start writing our own articles. We would do a better job. So anyways, I'll just skip past that. I'll have to word it myself because this is all worded wrong. So what it's supposed to say is Dwayne Johnson's cars, and he has one of those cars amongst him. But that's not what it says. You don't even want to know what it says. It is mind-boggling. Rock chose this one to be his ride for the premiere of the hit HBO show Ballers. Just to let you know, the car costs around $1.3 million. However, The Rock struggles to get inside the lowride vehicle because of his height. Therefore, this can't be a daily driver for him. Now you know why he's been seen driving his F-150 quite often. And yes, he does have a souped-up F-150 that he drives around more often than not. Beautiful truck, too. Beautiful truck. So that's it for that list.
Oh, that is a beautiful car.
It is, yeah. It is, yeah.
I can see where he'd have a slight problem. I see a picture here of Dwayne trying to get out of the car.
Yeah, I know, eh? Oh, boy.
See, I thought maybe it was a Bugatti.
Hey, yo, Joe Link, is that person you wanted to invade still streaming, yes or no?
No, the guy had actually redeemed for himself.
Who did?
For the raid.
Oh.
The streamer had actually redeemed for himself. So let me get the name and I'll check the...
Redeemed for himself? That is trash heapish. Was it I mean, is this a frequent flyer of our channel or what?
I didn't recognize the name.
I mean, if it's not anybody somebody knows, if they just come in here for the sake of advertising and getting us to raid them, then you know what? We're going to take a vote. You guys will decide if we raid that person, if we go somewhere else.
Froggy said it was the second night that guy was here.
Well, I didn't know he was here the first night, I don't think. What was his name?
Hold on a second, let me bring it back up. King Brenyan Gaming.
Oh, yes, he was here before. Okay,
yeah, I'm
actually
looking him up here.
He's been here more than twice. Okay, so I thought it was somebody different for some reason. All right, but are they even streaming?
I'm gonna look that up here.
Are they even streaming, or are they not? Sounds like you're singing like some old Super Friends theme music there.
No.
Joe Link says he is lurking. Brenyan Gaming, stop your lurking. Tell us, are you still streaming, or are you off to Zealand?
I don't see him streaming right now.
Alright, so does anybody else want to guide the raid anywhere? Because if not, I just noticed that Tony USP is streaming. And we barely ever get a chance to raid Tony USP. And by the way, nobody leave for the raid. It's becoming a nasty trend that people topple off before we invade. That is part of the show and part of being the Fam Jam. We share the support and love with our members. How dare you people? I will ban you all.
King of Pros also streaming with playing Grand Theft Auto.
King of Pro is streaming. I can assure you, we're probably not going to invade King of Pro.
I was just mentioning it.
How dare you?
Yeah, of course. Chris
Did I just see Goku? Uh-oh. France, we don't have those conversations with Tina the Blind Locksmith. That's like mentioning Rose Brewer's shoes, which I don't suggest doing, by the way. Do not mention the fact that she does not wear shoes. That conversation never goes well. That conversation never goes well. Did I open the betting lines? Did I open the betting lines? I did. Good for me. I'm on a roll.
Oh, I didn't notice it. Oops.
You didn't get to bet? Uh-oh.
Oh, well.
Uh-oh. Wait a minute. Did I open the betting lines? No, I didn't.
No, it was the American Nightmare. So, no, you haven't opened them.
Nice. All right, so let me do that right now. But anyways, if nobody has anybody else they want to raid, and Brenyan Gaming, that's why you don't redeem Guide the Raid at the beginning of the show. You don't know how long this show is going to go. It could be 3 hours, 3.5 hours, 5.5 hours. It happens. But anyways, so make sure. Can we redeem it or not redeem? Can we reissue his Archerverse bucks?
Also,
yeah, I know, Joe. Like, I'm gonna open it right now.
TBS redeemed a Claim Superstar for RVD.
That's not possible, but I already knew that.
Okay.
You can't redeem a superstar that's not even in the company. I mean, if that's something that's to be done, you're going to have to wait until that superstar is in negotiations and we have an idea if he's going to be signed. We don't know. What is RVD doing? We don't know. He's off smoking joints somewhere. That's all we know.
And then King of Pro just the mid-card title shot earlier, but it just says first one. You know, it doesn't specify what title or anything. So just letting you know before.
Sorry, who redeemed? Oh, that was.
King of Pro.
King of Pro? Oh, that's right. He came in and... I think he left after we made fun of him not earning championships.
Probably.
I think it was right around that point.
Yeah,
or to be
I just
fair...
wanted to let you know before I cleared out...
It was mostly me, wasn't it?
But before I cleared out all the key, I wanted to make sure you were aware of the...
But it's true! Come on, guys. We love King of Pro. We love King of Pro, but he never earns his titles. Kevin Sammartino walks around shooting his mouth off. Now, mind you, he can back it up. He is a badass superstar. We're not taking anything away from him. And learned very well from the Coalition, by the way, before he was outed. But his team, however, doesn't like to put in the work and effort necessary to earn a title. They're always getting in management's ear, saying how Sammartino deserves this and that. I think they've got management in their freaking back pockets or something. It is crazy how many opportunities Kevin Sammartino gets, but his management team again gets him a mid-card title shot, so we'll make sure that happens.
And just to let you know, the song I was humming was the A-Team, Archer.
The A-Team, that's what it was. I knew it was some sort of theme song. I couldn't think of it off the top of my head, so I just tossed out Super Friends, mostly because we were already talking about that. It was an easy go-to. It was an easy go-to.
Yeah. I'm not sure if I can remember the Super Friends theme song.
Alright, so who walks out the TWA King of the Cage champion? Is it going to be the Soul Man? The Phenom? Or the Ohanom? We're going to go with the Ohanom. I like that better. The Villain? Tables? The Wolfman. Last but not least, the Iceman. As usual, 5 minutes to make your bets. I think I'm going to put it at 10 minutes this time, give people a little more betting time. It is a killer matchup. It is going to be an absolute thrill ride. So I'll give you a little bit of extra time to get your bets in. Betting lines are open right now. 10 minutes. Make your bets. Guys, who do you think is winning this matchup? Let's have a short discussion before we get the show on the go. Who does everybody think is winning this? The inaugural TWA King of the Cage Championship is going to go to who, in your opinion? And I'll remind you, the only time you'll ever see this championship in action is in a steel cage match, in an Archiverse lockdown match, a Hell in a Cell match of some sort, or a chamber match of some sort. It is going to be the King of the Extreme Championships, and will only ever be held by the most elite of Extreme superstars, or people that have been able to go to that level in their career. And everybody in that ring right now, I know it's funny to think the Iceman Christian Hart as an Extreme superstar. These days he pretty much primarily wrestles in the tag team division. I mean, he is the United States champion. He's the best there is, the best there was, the best there ever will be in the modern era. Excellence of execution, if you will. But he, at one point in time, also didn't mind getting his hands a little bloody and dirty. Again, he and the Wolfman had many battles. He and the Villain had many battles. He and Jay Simmons had many battles. This is a star-studded cast here. I mean, the two newest members here are the Phenom, Joe Lincoln and Tables, but they still fit right in. They fit right in with those savages. But, that said, 8 minutes, 21 seconds to make your bets. It is showtime and go time. Dark match main event of the evening. The very first ever Chamber of Pain for the brand new TWA King of the Cage Championship. Let's go.
And welcome back to Steve Cone. Oh yeah.
Welcome back, DSC.
If Wolfman wasn't in, if Wolfman and Tables weren't in this match, I'd have no clue who to vote for. You know, really, it would. Yeah, I got to vote for the Wolfman in this one, but you know.
So if anybody was, I don't know if anybody was paying attention, but we do have a brand new streamer team joining, two of them actually. Beginning with team number 81 here at the Archiverse. Francis with two L's. It's actually France with two L's, not Francis. Glenol and I just like to call it Francis. It's a habit now. It is what it is. France with two L's. And their superstar, Frank Miller, former ROH Pure and World Champion, as well as the New Japan Pro Wrestling Intercontinental Champion, will be making their debut tomorrow night on the Archiverse Warzone, as will streamer team number 82, Warm Age Don JLP, and their superstar Youngblood JLP. They too will be making their debuts tomorrow night, the Archiverse Warzone, 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, the final show of the week, before we head into the final week before WCW War Games, baby. It's getting closer. The thrill ride is almost here. But tomorrow night is going to be an epic thrill ride of its own, so you don't want to miss it. But let's go. First ever Chamber of Pain matchup for the inaugural TWA King of the Cage Championship. And here comes the TWA World Heavyweight Champion, the leader of the Wolfpack, the Wolfman, Alan Severn. This is exciting. Everybody's been waiting for this matchup all night long. Actually, people have been talking about this match for the last 24 hours. Gonna be chat lines 555. Oh, Froggy ruined it. It was 555. You could have at least let us enjoy that for a few moments, but no, Froggy's gonna ruin it. Gonna run off at the fingertips. And here comes our newest champion, the two-time Archiverse World Unified Television Champion from Team Joe Link, the Phenom, Joe Lincoln.
Okay, people, let's get some more betting going on here. Yeah.
4.5 minutes. Get your bets in. Let's go. Let's go.
Looks like 8,200 Archibers bucks on the line right now.
Only 8,200. Come on, guys. Open those big fat wallets. Participate in the betting. Let's go. If you don't participate, we're going to ban you. We're going to ban you at the end of the night. We're going to find out who you are. We're going to track you down, trace your roots, ban your ass. That's right, Froggy. Open up those big fat wallets. I should get another emote of a big fat wallet. So I need a big fat wallet, and I need how dare you emotes. Mr. T, of all nights, to be wooing the missus. Actually, no, that's exactly what you should be doing. Forget it. I applaud you. As a matter of fact, woo! Party time at T House.
I want to hear you doing that.
Sorry about that. I got excited. I only shook twice when I peed, so I was just giving it a little extra slap. The reigning defending TWA United States champion from Team Christian Cool, the Iceman Christian Hart. Joe Link says, this is like a stream preview main event match. It really is, yeah. And here comes the TWA Canadian Heavyweight Champion from Team J Negative Gaming, the Soul Man, Jay Simmons.
One of the great things about this match is, like Jolie says, there's been so many titles given to the ref.
Right? Everybody has a championship.
Oh man, good thing this isn't a title for title.
Right? That would be crazy. I mean, is there anybody in this? Is there anybody in this match that's not a champion?
I don't know.
We got Tables, champion. Simmons, champion. Hart, champion.
Wolfman, champion.
Wolfman, champion. Joe Lincoln, champion. Who's the sixth? How dare us?
Key Wood.
Oh, the villain.
Woods. Yeah,
the villain? I don't think the villain has a championship right now. They were tag team champions, but they lost their titles. So I don't think the villain is holding a title right now. The first ever Chamber of Pain, baby. Let's go. The brand new TWA King of the Cage Championship on the line, baby. Woo! It is go time.
That was not intentional when the match was made. It wasn't intentionally made up as, all champions. It was just...
He lies.
It was great.
He lies. He's being modest. He wanted former rivals and champions, and he got it. That's what he asked for. That's what he got.
I just wanted former... Wolfman just wanted former rivals.
The Wolfpack pulling strings to get matches made.
You gotta admit, this is a great match.
And here he comes. The only non-champion in this matchup, but he has been a multiple-time champion, singles competition and tag team division. The villain, the original, the OG villain of the Archerverse from Team I'm Just Key, Kareem Key Woods, one of the three from Tons of Funk, baby. One of the greatest factions in Archerverse history is Tons of Funk.
Oh, yeah.
And look at this. Wow. These guys are allies, and they're going to square off first. The Soul Man Jay Simmons and Kareem Key Woods going to start things off. Holy crap, this should be interesting.
Yeah, there we go. I mean,
what a way to start the match. Two friends got to duke it out here. They will not hold back, I guarantee you.
That's what I'm saying. Knowing them in the ring, they wouldn't. Neither one will hold back. There is not one member of that of this match that wouldn't break that
what
necks
an
of their best friend
epic,
to win that
epic
title.
fucking match this is. This is a badass match. Plain and simple.
Yeah.
Badassery at its finest right here. Did they show the title? I missed it. Did they show the title? Yes or no?
Confused on which title it is. I'm not sure.
Well, did they show a championship?
I haven't seen it yet, but I'm still catching up.
I haven't seen it at all, so I don't think they did. But it is on the line, though.
Yeah. And there's enough titles there that he may have gotten confused on which belt it was, so then fuck it.
Talking about even usually just after the last person comes out, the championship comes up on the screen. And I don't know if I don't know if that happened or not.
I didn't see it at all. I was just giving the ref a little bit of shit for getting that he got confused, you know.
He most certainly did. Now remember, folks, the only way to win a Chamber of Pain match is to knock out all of your opponents. There is no pins, there is no submissions, no DQs, no countouts, no finisher wins, no first blood. The only way to win is to knock your opponents out cold. All of them.
And if you manage to knock yourself out, well, you're just going to get laughed at.
That would be hilarious to see happen, I gotta be honest.
Had that happened in a match one time where somebody, had knocked themselves out. I can't remember.
Or at least it appeared that way anyway. Yeah, I think I vaguely remember that, actually.
I think it was in the 90s when that one happened. Right in the middle of the match, the guy knocked himself out.
Talk about being unprepared for the ring.
Squatting too, my gosh!
The power of the Soul Man. Squatting, standing vertical suplex to the villain.
Punch lands. Down with a suplex. Sight set on the top rope. Perched on top.
Oh, these guys are taking it to each other. They're not holding back at all. And again, ladies and gentlemen, these guys are friends. Imagine what they do to their opponents that they do not like. Not that you haven't seen it. We've seen these guys in action many a times. Just saying. Anybody that's new to the Archerverse, you're looking at two friends going at it in that ring right now.
We're at 347 episodes, and these guys, between them have been in probably well over 300 matches.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, here we go. It's about to become a triple threat affair, ladies and gents.
That was pretty good, Froggy. I still like,
all right, who's it? Oh, it's the Wolfman. Who let the dogs out? Who? It was Johnny the Ace, baby. That's who let the dog out. The Wolfman has been unleashed.
Well, I'd almost hope to see the double knockout again, but I don't think that's ever going to happen again.
Oh, the Soul Slam to the Wolfman right off the hop. I think he would have been better off doing that to, the villain, personally. But I guess if you're going to try and take the villain out, you got to make sure that the Wolfman is, down and out for at least a little bit. The Wolf getting back to all fours here, though. minute. Did Alan Severn get knocked out?
What?
Oh, look at that torture their opponent.
Wow. Jay Simmons knocked out the Wolfman that fast? Are you shitting me?
What the hell?
Holy crap. Do we have Rewind Live TV here? I want to rewatch that. Holy fuckballs. I mean, I think he beat Christian Hart's 30-second record. He walked in, he saw, he got KO'd. But I don't know how. I don't know how.
That's rare.
Froggy Mothlick says, visible confusion. Froggy, we got visible and mental confusion going on here. I feel like the Wolfman is pulling some fuckery here. He wants to sit back and watch everybody else duke it out. It's like an Alan Severn Invitational Chamber of Pain. Because I don't believe there's anything wrong with the man. Where did he go? I mean, he's the TWA World Heavyweight Champion. What does he need with the King of the Cage Championship at the end of the day, right? Perhaps we're all being, perhaps this is a coup being run by the Wolfpack here. The Wolfman's way of setting up another match. First it was the Alan Severn Open Invitational Tag Team Tournament.
Okay, first off here, I want to go back a little ways. We'll see if I can't figure out how long he was in the ring for.
Yeah, Glenola, Joe Link is right. I mean, Alan Severn knocked out. If Cool sees that, you will not live that shit down.
All right. Yeah. That is... Yeah. Because, it looks like, from the time he entered the ring...
We will just tell Cool that Severn was never actually in the match. Or, better yet, we'll just tell him that we didn't have a show tonight. It was postponed due to the multiverse having a crisis. I mean, I don't know if he's going to buy that or not, but we can run with it.
So at 24 seconds, of this clip I'm doing, is when he comes in. And let's go back here.
I'll be honest, the last move I remember was the Soul Slam, which he got hit with immediately upon coming in. Wow!
Well, he was in for a short time before that.
The Soul Man has been eliminated.
Okay, so we got 24. $3.54. Okay. For the Soul Slam, he was about 32 seconds in.
The adrenaline is pumping.
Is when the Soul Slam hit.
WWE Universe is on his side.
What the hell's Tables doing? Tables isn't happy. He wants more than one competitor.
Okay, so I actually clipped it.
Clip that?
Yeah,
Joe Lincoln says, "Get your ass in here, Tables."
Perhaps thinking about what to do next here.
What?
Prepare your face for that. Oh, look at this. So ruthless.
What's going on here?
Climbing up to the
With what?
now.
Oh, I was thinking maybe the game was having issues.
With what?
Because neither one of them were doing anything.
Oh, well, that's why I said I think Joe Lincoln said, "Get your ass back in here." Tables was waiting for another competitor. One competitor, not enough for Tables. He wants to take on the whole lot.
But yeah, it was about 34 seconds.
Yeah, he's not going to care about that 4 seconds.
Hey, it still beats his, so. I just can't believe it, you know.
Run soul slam, though.
That is so strange, you know, that. You think about everything he's taken in the past, to have one soul slam knock him out, that's.
It's crazy.
You know.
Well, you know what? I have not had a break time notice tonight. Everybody's being a bunch of rude, savage bastards, and I gotta pee. So I'm going to be about 2-3 minutes while I run to the latrine. I shall return. Keep your eye on the match. I don't want to miss anything. BRB, not Band Ready Bromer.
Yep. There you go. You have a break time notice. Oh, nice. Henson goes, yes, Band Ready Bromer. Yeah, I knew this was going to be a hell of a match. You know, whoever wins this is definitely going to earn it. I mean.
Shifts it back onto him. Counter. And now there's an opening. Tough position to be caught in here. Oh, God. Out of the ring and out of the chamber.
Oh, Table's got busted open.
Using the cranium. He's absorbing some tough hits now.
Totally missed the headbutt.
You're going to be battered at this stage of the match.
He's turning the tables. He gets back into the ring. Oh, costly error there.
Falling headbutt.
Paying it right back with a reversal.
Oh.
Incoming. Up to the top rope now.
You know, nice comeback with Tables on there, but clean miss on that moonsault.
And that was a collision you don't want to be on the receiving end of.
Came down like a wrecking ball on a cinder.
There's that springboard forearm.
You know what's coming next.
Sky high. Oh, no!
Taken to the air and completely wiping out.
This arena has come unglued.
You can feel the foundation shifting with every
And the
turn in
foot
match.
stop off the top rope.
Desperate attempt here to get back on his feet. Reversal. Can he take advantage? Off track. Precision strikes.
Ouch.
I have returned. Wow, these guys are still going at it. Christian Hart. I came just in time. Here comes the Iceman. We are down. Look at this, ladies and gentlemen. We are down to the TWA United States Heavyweight Champion, the WCW World Heavyweight Champion, and the Archerverse World Unified Television Champion. One of them are going to win this Chamber of Pain matchup and become the new TWA King of the Cage Champion. Oh, busted open and knocked out Joe Lincoln. Joe Lincoln has been eliminated. It is down to the Iceman and the Hardcore Icon.
Yeah. This has been just amazing, and this match is going a lot quicker than what I expected it to.
This has been an awesome match. This is the very first Chamber of Pain. There will be another Chamber of Pain matchup at War Games.
Down face first. Going to the well again. Will it produce dividends? Taking flight.
Yeah.
To the chest.
Wow. You know, the Blind Locksmith made a comment yesterday saying this was a matchup tailor-made. Oh, to tables. Big jumping side kick to the face. These guys are not holding back at all. They are looking to decapitate one another here. Wow.
Bad predicament right here.
Oh, and he knocks him out by dumping him over the top rope. Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the match, and new and inaugural TWA King of the Cage champion. And he is now a double champion because he is also the TWA United States Heavyweight Champion from Team Christian Cool, the Iceman, Christian Hart.
Awesome.
Wow.
Congratulations, Team Christian Hart. That is an amazing match.
And there is the new TWA King of the Cage Championship being held by the one of the best ever in Archerverse history. Congratulations to Team Christian Cool. And for streamer teams number 81 and 82 coming into the Fam Jam, that is what you have to look forward to. But ladies and gentlemen, we'll see each other tomorrow night, 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The Archerverse Warzone continues the road to WCW War Games, which is going to be just a little over a week away by the time Friday comes, which is tomorrow night. It is going to be a great time. We're going to see some epic matches, great people, great conversations. As always, it'll be a barn burner of an evening, so we'll see you tomorrow night. Anybody that's just coming in, please jump into the raid and join us. We're going to invade a good friend, a follower, and also a streamer team in Tony USP, the future Anthony Draven, and we've already invaded. Here we go.
Great time, everybody. Oh.
What's up, Archer? And all your friends.